Great price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game, Shields.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Hey everyone, this is Dan Holm with Yankee Fanatic. Be sure to check out our website this fall for the best local high school sports coverage around. Whether you're a Hawk or a Jaguar, we'll be covering everything from cross country, man that dude is fast, to volleyball and everything in between. Well hey Kenna, welcome back. You don't want to miss any of the hard-hitting action. Come visit us at AnkenyFanatic.com.
Well, good evening to you, and welcome to another night of high school football here on CISN.TV. It is number one Ankeny Centennial and Southeast Polk tonight doing battle at Ankeny Stadium. Hello, everybody. I'm Paul Yeager. Tim Halber, A.J. Ellingson will be with us in a couple of minutes. Tonight, Tim, it is a homecoming game. The festivities, the timing, the routine, everything's thrown off. What football coach doesn't love homecoming?
They all hate it. They all hate it to a coach. It just distracts the players. They got things going on during the week. So try to keep your players focused. And this game, this has the makings that could be a trap game. Here you are, your Centennial. They got the future in front of them. They can control their own future. They're 5-0. RPI has them ranked number 1 in 4A. You know, here we look at on paper. You think Southeast Polk 1-4. This should be a blowout. Probably one of the most dangerous 1-4 teams you'll find in the state. Because look at the schedule who they played. They are a very strong football team and a very big physical football team.
I believe that's my cue to give you this bit of information. Southeast Polk has lost to Valley, Waukee, Iowa City West, and Fort Dodge. All 4 teams most likely will end up in the Class 4A playoffs.
Very much, very much. And then Southeast Polk has an outside chance. They can kind of do some damage here and upset some plans for many people. Looking at the size who they are, I haven't had a chance to see them play, but that offensive line is big. There's a lot of seniors on this team. I'm looking 275, 280, 250. I mean, they got some beef on the hoof. They can get that running game going. They could cause some headaches out there if you can't get them stopped.
Spoken by a guy who works at an ag school. I love it. That's fantastic. Southeast Polk tonight, they are in a battle to try to find some momentum. Last week, 2 weeks ago, they got their first win against Des Moines East. And then last week against Fort Dodge, comes down to the last play of the game. The Dodgers squeak one out at Southeast Polk. It is one of those things, and we've seen it with Ankeny, and we will probably see it next week. It is a team when you are on that cusp of, we are just as good as everybody else. Our records don't indicate it. Believing is one of the hardest things to tell a 16, 17, and 18-year-old kid.
Yeah, Coach had mentioned that earlier, that if you think you're good, you're good. There's that fine line out there, but it's kind of the discipline of making the little plays. It's making that block and don't turning the ball over, don't make the bad pass, or getting that block so you don't get a punt blocked, or making that open field tackle instead of getting a big gain. And that's one thing they have to do here, because if Gates get loose, and he's had a chance to do that a few times, he's a backbreaker.
So Avery Gates has the highest in Class 4A average per carry. It is somewhere in the neighborhood of almost 14 yards every time he touches the football. Great stat. Centennial rushing the football is really good, but so is Southeast Polk. These two teams run the ball well. Clock's going to move tonight, and the pads are going to crack.
Yeah, the little bit of difference I see is that with the Seversike, that he's passing at like 60-some, almost 70%, passing clip. He's a little bit sharper, only one interception on the season. Turn around and Josh Cole, first-time starting quarterback. He's a senior, really good athlete. Had a few turnovers in passing games, so that's probably where the difference is going to be. But if they can get that going, they love to get the ball to Gavin Williams and kind of, I say, lather him up, get him, a few touches here in the first half. If they get him on a roll and kind of, they lack that big play, and Coach talked about that. We get a couple big plays, we might be able to make a difference.
Gavin Williams is a guy that a lot of colleges are looking at. He needs to break through, as Coach says, get his big boy pants on and find a way to run the football. Josiah Cole had been a wide receiver. Now he's at quarterback. Both of those guys really key to making this Southeast Polk team. We will talk with both coaches. We'll get you ready for the game with field conditions and kickoff coming your way in just a matter of minutes. You're watching high school football. This is CISN.TV.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. Kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
The other guys, they think they know what special means. At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's Pizza. The other guys, they think they know what special means.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Paul Yeager and Tim Halber getting you ready to go as the band gets ready to play. We are going to have a conversation with the head coaches, Brad Zelenovich. Brad Zelenovich, familiar name to those in Ankeny, used to be the coach at Ankeny High. He was the first coach when the two made the split 6 years ago, and Zelenovich back at Southeast Polk, where he had been an assistant coach. He knows tonight anything is possible.
Football's that oblong ball where at some point the ball's going to bounce your way, right? How do you keep those guys going? Hey, tonight's our night with bounces going our way.
Well, it just starts with your preparation, and getting back to work. And like we told our guys, there's nobody else coming in this room, right? In the locker room, on the practice field, it's what you see is what you get. So we're going to have to gather this thing together, and just keep chucking away and keep working and keep practicing and preparing. And we haven't changed anything. We haven't changed the way we coach. We haven't changed the way we prepared. And, one of these days, maybe the ball bounce our way and we'll stay out of our own way. And we're going to have to do that tonight to beat a good team.
You told me earlier this week, Monday to Thursday is where the prep wins. How do you keep guys that look at a record and keep young kids and teach them about life and keeping heads up and, hey, guys, just keep working at this. Trust me, I know the way.
well, that's the tricky part, high school kids. I think, they're in an environment where, they're worried about 6 inches in front of them. I mean, everything is instantaneous, whether it's communication or, the way they go about their lives. So you try and give them some big picture and understand that today's the most important day. And you do that all week and, get to Friday and it's a bunch of one-game seasons. So
You put together long drives, you sustain the ball, you keep them off the field. I'm guessing that's standard kind of what you're thinking for winning tonight, or what is it?
yeah, we're going to have to get off to a fast start. That's our, obviously they're playing with a lot of confidence. So kind of settle into the game, moving the ball. And that's kind of been our mode of operation all year, is try and limit possessions for everybody. We feel like that gives us our best chance to succeed. But, that with that, you means you got to run the football. And obviously they're really good on defense, and they're not giving up many points. There's a lot of teams that aren't scoring many points and running the ball against them. So we'll have our work cut out for us that way. But, that's our recipe for success.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
That's Brad Zelenovich, head coach for the Southeast Polk Rams, who come into this ball game. As we said, Coach Zelenovich, he knows this town. He knows this stadium. Now he brings in a Southeast Polk team that's going to have to do battle against a really good Centennial football team. But the thing about this Centennial football team that you got to remember, they're 5-0, but there's been this little tiny thing going on all week.
You've done a homecoming or two. How do you keep guys focused on a week like this?
Well, it's all about the football game, but we try to tell them, we're very happy that our whole student body and our community can get involved in it, and but it's all about the football game for the players.
You've had teams that have been in this stage before. How do you keep reminding them it's one play at a time, one game at a time?
Well, it has to be that way. Our district, it's shaping up as very tough with Fort Dodge beating Southeast Polk last week, and here we are playing Southeast Polk, and we know that their losses have been to the best teams in the state.
And Polk always has your attention. They got a couple of really good key players.
Absolutely. They have a running back that's been offered by several schools, and very fast, and they have some linemen and a good quarterback, and very well coached.
Is the big job tonight on the DNs to kind of keep contained?
Absolutely. Yes, always, because they're fast inside and outside.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
As the Jaguars get ready to take the field, we take one more break and get you ready. Starting lineups and weather conditions when we come back. This is high school football on CISN.TV.
There's really only one steak place that has the best steak. The most tender, most flavorful, mouth-watering steak. A place that makes the choice to serve you the best choice, because we believe there really is no other choice. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Premium, hand-selected, 100% natural beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve, because our choice is your best choice.
Hey everyone, this is Dan Holm with Yankee Fanatic. Be sure to check out our website this fall for the best local high school sports coverage around. Whether you're a Hawk or a Jaguar, we'll be covering everything from cross country, man that dude is fast, to volleyball and everything in between. Well hey Kenna, welcome back. You don't want to miss any of the hard-hitting action. Come visit us at AnthonyFanatic.com.
Welcome back inside Ankeny Stadium as the Jaguars take the field. We are going to tell you about the starting lineups, which are brought to you by Schottenkirk Chevrolet. Actually, the keys of the game are brought to you by Schottenkirk Chevrolet. And Tim Halber is going to tell you about keys tonight. Southeast Polk, if they're going to win, Tim, what are they going to have to do?
I think, as Coach said, they've been their own worst enemy. They can run the ball. They got the size of the offensive line. They're dominant on the defensive line. They kind of run that 4-2 defense, 2 corners, 3 safeties. So I think the keys to the game, get the running game established, don't turn the ball over, keep the mistakes to a minimum. That's their keys to winning.
If Centennial is going to go 6-0, they do what?
I think they establish that run game, kind of keep that misdirection, kind of Gates, get him loose, but, using Godwin in there, using Cahill, I think that's the key. And then that surprise down the middle, Breeding owns the middle of the field when he's, passing, comes out of that formation. So I think if they can kind of, their linebackers a little soft last week, I think I see them to play a little bit better on defense. If they can kind of bring them in, tighten up their lanes, play better defense, that's the key to winning the game for Centennial.
All right, Tim Hauber, thank you so much. Your keys to the game brought to you by Schottenkirk Chevrolet. And you know who brings you the lineups? That's our friends at Hy-Vee. We will look at the offense for the Centennial Jaguars, 5-0. Garrett Seversike at quarterback, Gabe Godwin at running back, Tyler Cahill and Avery Gates. The wide receiver is Liam Murphy and Blake Murphy with Zachary Mills at the H-back. The tight end, Benjamin Breeding. Up front, Tristan Hoy, Trevor Fermonic, Trey Morris, Lane Perusner, and Brady Peterson. For Southeast Polk, the Ram defense. It is a 4-2 look that starts with D-end Tanner Van Elsen, Darius Taylor, Ethan Butcher, and Bo Ira on the front. The 5 cornerbacks are Jacob Robillard, Eli Reed, Xavier Wampa, TJ Armstrong, Dan Heckbarth, your linebackers, Zach Strickland and Carter Olson. Our third member of our broadcast crew tonight, and for the first check of the weather and our Shields sideline report, is A.J. Ellingson. And A.J., the weather, 47 degrees. We're headed towards 38. West-southwest wind at 4 miles an hour. But the big thing is the relative humidity is at 84%. A.J., it rained all darn day. G&L Clothing brings you this this weather report. A.J.? Turn that microphone up, man. Hold on. It's like, yeah, turn that thing on, bud. Just push it up. There you go. What's up, AJ? Oh, that's my bad. It wasn't him. It was me. It's like I've never done this before.
Is this some sort of rookie hazing?
No, it's, I'm doing my part to make it miserable. No, what's going on, AJ?
Paul, you and I were texting about 1 o'clock this afternoon, and we said it was supposed to stop raining about 3 hours ago. Well, finally it did stop raining, and it's going to be a nice Iowa High School football Friday night. I'm excited to be part of your team, and we're 20 seconds away from kickoff in what should be a great battle between Centennial and Southeast Polk.
The wind, though, has died down, right? The weather report is accurate on everything?
The flags on top of the goalposts are just at their side. No problem at all.
Centennial will kick off left to right. Thank you, AJ, on our Shields sideline report tonight for that update. The fans filling in. Southeast Polk making their way. We're making our way onto the air. It's high school football on CISN.TV. Hello, everybody. Paul Yeager, Tim Hauber, along with you for tonight's call. Teeing it up is going to be Avery Knief. And tonight, the Jaguars in their all-black uniforms with the silver numbers, white numbers trimmed in silver helmets. And a different kicker tonight is Lincoln Banyas. And Lincoln Liner is taken by Scott Bell at the 25, and Bell is going to be across the 35 to about the 36, and where he'll start, and that will bring out the Southeast Polk offense. And we haven't really probably discussed it as we should. Josiah Cole at quarterback, but Gavin Williams, Tim, is one of those real special players. You got to keep him contained.
Yeah, he's one of those Des Moines Register All-Elite 8 team members. He's only a junior. He's got some looks. The power team looks. Iowa State, Nebraska, Michigan are some of the teams that I've heard that have been looking at him as a junior. So he's got some talent. He may be fun to watch tonight.
Southeast Polk with Cole sends one man in motion. They go Williams right up the gut. He gets not even one. He can't even get back to the line of scrimmage before, you guessed it, Scott Daup, the tackle.
Yeah, so he kind of pinched that down really well, as from his outside linebacker. I think the coach had talked about he needs to kind of step up. He just kind of a little lost focus last week, but I expect a big game out of him tonight.
2nd down and 10. The Rams in their road whites, trimmed in yellow and black down the left side, black numbers, with a gold Southeast on their side. Quick pass out to Williams, caught at near the line of scrimmage, and he somehow gets his way up. That's one thing I asked Coach earlier this week. Do you try to find Williams, somehow get him the ball, maybe in space? He said, absolutely. I think he was meaning, you think I haven't thought of that yet?
Yeah. Pretty simple offense when you have a talent like that. That was a good little pass. Kind of get him going, get him out in space, see what he can do. They say he is a really tough runner to bring down.
I believe the term is lather up.
Lather up.
3rd and 8 already for the Rams as Cole gets to the line, play clock at 10. Centennial fans on their feet, making some noise. Fake left, throw right, caught near the first down sticks. The mark's going to be a first down. Catching it, Isaiah Wagner. They needed 8, and they got 8 3/4.
How do you write 8 3/4 in the stat line? So I'll give you, I think I'm going to go with the 8. I'm a simple man. Yes, it's linemen we lather up. It's the running backs we kind of get them warmed up. With the linemen, you get them lathered up. I like to get these guys, they don't have shirt sleeves on. They're out there. They're enjoying this. You know, if it's a 40-degree day is a fun day for those guys.
First down and 10 for the Rams. Williams on the read option, takes it right, and boy, he is spotted and taken back way behind the line of scrimmage. Jaden Cooper comes up from his tackle position. There was no chance for Williams on that play.
No, I'm sure that the defensive coordinators kind of create a game plan. They're going to spy on him. Someone's going to have him, going to follow him no matter where he goes, to make sure he doesn't bust loose. Getting hit in the backfield, don't let him get ahead of steam up when he wants to run the ball.
2 receivers come to the left, 1 go to the top of the screen. Williams stays behind Cole. Quick snap, look to see if the play call changes. 5 seconds. Rams are going to have to hurry now. 10.5 to play, first quarter. Williams gets it late, somehow gets past the line of scrimmage for a couple before Kyle Gustafson makes the stop. I'm going to give that a gain of 6. So Williams is now positive 3 on 3 carries.
There, once again, he got hit, at the line of scrimmage, spun. It picked up 4 yards after the initial hit. So he is one tough guy. You can't ankle tackle him. You're going to have to score up and give him a good shot.
Ball just short of the 50. 3rd and 8. Rams need to get to the 44-yard line. Cole throws. Caught. Is he in? Yes! That's a catch and another Southeast Polk first down.
Well, good setup there. They got the play clock right down to 1 second, got the snap off. And nice job by Cole. Good pass out there. It's twice he's gone down to that right flat area right on the sideline, right at the sideline marker, pick up the first down. Good catch by Wagner out there.
Well, that's one thing that Coach said, Zelenovich, in the pregame was try to keep the other team off the field. When you can chew up this much clock, good things can happen. Man in motion, gets it on the jet. That's Dylan Travis, and he gets near the line of scrimmage, inside the 40, sniffing the 35. Coming up to make the tackle, Liam Murphy. That's a nice positive yard, 5-yard gain for the Rams and Dylan Travis.
Yep, I think they'd rather not get in that 3rd and long and kind of get in that 2nd and short, pick up some yards here, kind of keep the clock moving. So they're doing a nice job picking up first downs here, a couple of them here in the first quarter.
Ball at the 37, clock approaching 9 minutes. Rams have picked up a couple of first downs. Now they go Williams. Try to get around the left side, puts his head down. He is near the first down marker. They're going to stop the clock, which means he's close.
Might do a measurement here.
They've already put down the 1 on the clock, or on the chains on the far side, and official Chuck Britton says, yep, that is a first down.
A good tackle there by Cooper, but he got the tackle there, and he's already 2 yards down, past the line of scrimmage. Looks like Bullwinkle in the middle is kind of scouting him a little bit there. Kind of got caught in the wash in the center there and couldn't quite get to the hole to make that tackle.
1st and 10 Rams. Good opening offensive possession. This will certainly give you some confidence. Williams gets it around right tackle. He's got some space. He's into the secondary, and he's almost got 10 yards on 1 carry. About 9 before Murphy combines, and we have a down Jaguar on the far sideline at about the 20-yard line. Slow to get up. I can't tell if that's Tyler Rogers, number 11. No, it's number 10, Jackson Huber.
That was a load at the stop out there. Tight end, Christensen, the 19 tag, got a kick-out block. They're trying to clear that lane for Williams to cut it inside. 2nd
and 2. Quick pass right side, caught and dropped. What a pop. Big stop there. Corey Prongi on the far side. He just absolutely popped.
That's not the first time we've seen Prongi out there on the corner position, go up there and put a lick on somebody. He does. He's not afraid to pop somebody. Good clean hit. That's part of football, creating a 2nd down.
We may have to check in with AJ early here before the score as the Rams are driving. In motion on first down, Williams, right tackle, makes one guy not miss. He cannot shake Jaden Cooper. Let's bring in AJ Ellingson. AJ, on this ball movement, from our vantage point, it looks like Southeast Polk's having their way. Is that the case?
Two things I want to point out to you. The size advantage in the trenches, the offensive line, maybe 20, 30 pounds apiece across the front. They're much bigger, the Rams are. And key third downs. There's been a couple of them so far, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. The Rams have converted 2. Here we go with 2nd and 11.
Sideline Reports brought to you by Shields. Discover your passion. That's AJ Ellingson tonight, filling in. Thank you so much. The give to Williams. Up the gut, puts his hat down, gets through the line of scrimmage for a good 4 yards. It'll be 3rd, though, and long.
The closer, I'm not sure how strong a field goal kicker is. I think they love to punch it in here. I think instead of just only a field goal attempt. So big 3rd down play, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6 here. Big down for Southeast Polk inside the 15.
Williams makes a point to the left. They've got attention on that side. They're going to throw to the right. Nearly picked off. Tyler Rogers almost had one there. It'll bring up 4th down. And to talk about your point, Logan Sunvold on the season, 2 of 2 from field goals. And it looks like they're going to try to kick it.
Yeah, 31-yard attempt here. No breeze, so that won't be a factor tonight.
Sunvold. The kick is up. It's long enough. If it's accurate is the story, and it is. 31-yard field goal, good for the Rams, who strike first. They lead 3-0. This is high school football on CISN.TV.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community. You want to get stronger.
Southeast Polk needed momentum. They needed some things to go their way. They get a field goal to go up 3-0 on Polk or on Centennial early on. And the Jaguars return it up to about the 22-yard line, and that's Cahill with the return. A.J. Ellingson on the sideline. Let's go back down to him for another report.
Hi, Paul, one thing I just heard on the Centennial coaching staff through the sideline, we cannot miss the tackle for losses. When we have them in the backfield, we cannot miss our chances. They're key defense on first down, forcing them into 2nd and longs.
Sound familiar with coaches? All right, so the Jaguars will come out here, and they'll start it at their 23-yard line. And we'll see what Garrett Seversyke and the Jags can do. Very rarely have they trailed this season. They go Cahill, and he'll get up to about the 27. Gain of about 3 for Cahill.
Looks like Wampa on the tackle there. Your freshman came in, wasn't really originally on the roster beginning of the season, kind of stepped up. Coach talked about he has the potential to be a big play guy as a freshman. He goes, we need to get that guy in the field. We need an impact player like that. So good to see him kind of get a fresh start.
I believe he called him wet behind the ears. Yeah. I think when it's the speed of the game at the varsity level that makes all the difference. They go Godwin through the middle, and Godwin just has a huge hole before he is tackled by Dan Hackbarth. And Godwin makes it look easy. First down, move the chains up to the 37.
I think we're looking at two really good offensive lines here. I think we'd always kind of talk, even the coach may not agree. I think I'm impressed with that offensive line for Centennial. How they move there. That was a pure drive block. You know, Godwin kind of plays, I don't know if he's a fullback or halfback or just a hard runner, but he went straight up the middle. He's made a lot of yardage between the tackles this year.
5 minutes to play, first quarter, 3-0 early. Rams have it. Avery Gates, and all of a sudden there's 4 white shirts on that jet play. And they're saying, welcome. Good to have you in the game. We're excited you're here.
We've heard of you before.
Tanner Van Elsen makes the tackle. We're familiar.
Yeah, we've seen the film too. Yep, we've seen that. 4 carries, 120 yards. Yep, we got it.
4 guys on him just like that. So that'll be the issue now, to see how you get him into the mix. As this is really going to hurt his average. He actually lost a yard on that play. Centennial in a 2nd and 11. Seversike turns around, goes back to Gates. Avery makes one man miss and gets somehow back to the 40. Good open field tackle, Eli Reed.
Yeah, good contain out there, for the Southeast Polk defense. They kind of get it there. Kind of didn't let him get too far outside, kind of get him back into the wash. Let the rest of the defense catch up, and don't let him break away. Same play we saw last week where he kind of broke those. Here they got the good lane coverage out there, keeping it down to only about a 4-yard gain, bringing up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 7 here.
Ball's at the 40. This is a game brought to you by Mid-American Energy. They're powering our lights and probably powering this internet connection. Seversike to throw. Here comes the blitz. He gets away from one. He's pointing downfield. Throws. Receiver turned around. He was going for his man, Dylan D'Angelo. It's incomplete. 3 and out for the Jags, Tim. Centennial's going to have to punt. Actually, not 3 and out. They did get a couple, but it feels like it because it went so fast.
Yeah, big outside rush there from the cornerback spot, The Robillard came out there, almost had a tackle. He tackled Seversike in the backfield, couldn't quite bring him down. He rolled up. There's no other thing but to throw deep and at least get incomplete. Don't let anybody intercept it.
The Rams have a couple of players back at their own 25. And it's a nice punt taken at the 15 by Montgomery. And he's tackled. Tyler LeClaire, LeClaire, a good return up to the 45. Almost 30-yard return on that play, A.J. Ellingson. And so what are you seeing down there? We see something. What do you see?
Well, one thing I want to notice, the Southeast Polk offense, their first drive, it went 6 minutes. Centennial's defense came out. They had maybe a minute or two, and back on the field they go.
All right, AJ, thank you on that Shield sideline report. He's getting his paces in, a former television guy. He's got working a little bit of television here tonight. Mar, thanks to him, helping out. And I told him I'm not trying to get him that sports bug. He enjoys his nights off and enjoys getting back at a decent hour. All right, here come the Rams, starting at their own 45-yard line. This time they go under center. They're going deep, home run ball right away. Ball's thrown, incomplete. A little touch and go there. Jace Christensen had some assistance getting his way down the field. Incomplete.
Yeah, kind of for the tight end position, kind of just ran straight down the hash marks. That's kind of like a fly pattern. The ball was out there, so if he wasn't going to catch it, it's going to fall incomplete through it deep. But surprised that, as good as they ran, that they did a pass play on their first play of this drive.
Well, you figure, let's take a chance. Williams gets it, tries to get to the outside. Daup giving chase. He does get to the edge just a little bit before Keaton Gray comes up, but not before Williams gets 5. Keaton Gray, we talked about last week, had a chance to play quarterback. And tonight he's playing his regular position up there at corner. Waukee leads Des Moines East early, 7-0 on another game you can see on CISN. Valley in front of Urbandale, 7-0. Here, it's 3-0. Southeast Polk leading, 2.5 to play. First quarter, fast-moving game, just the way the Rams want it. The jet, the give, is going to be for a couple of yards, 6-on-6 there. Scott Daup, the tackle of Dylan Travis.
Yeah, Travis coming from that outside, that slot position, or the Y slot there, and coming back in. He did it earlier for a 6-yard gain. They kind of had that snuffed out, so it brings up 4th and 4. So, but they're on the Centennial side of the field, so hopefully they're going to look to get a punt, maybe down it inside the 20, and kind of pin Centennial back there. Would be their goal.
Game's about field position a lot of times, and this is the opportunity the Rams have to pin the Jags. Short kick, now they're just hoping for a good roll. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. This game brought to you by Mid-American Energy, and Shields brings you our sideline reports. That's where A.J. Ellingson is tonight.
One thing you mentioned earlier, Centennial hasn't trailed this season. They've only given up 21 points as we reach the 2/3 mark of the season. 21 total points in the first 5 games. So 3-0 Southeast Polk. The Rams got to love it.
Limit the opportunities for the other team, Tim.
Yep, and let the clock run. They didn't go out of bounds that play outside of the incomplete pass, so nothing better for Southeast Polk to see this clock run fast.
The referee spotted the ball at the Centennial 20. A lot of media attention at this one tonight. This is a cable game you'll be able to see on MediaCom, and I see our friend Scott from KCCI. He had a story about the Centennial volleyball team earlier this week. We'll talk about Barack Olama. Yes,
I was waiting for the pun to come through. Okay.
Yep, and so the llama for the Centennial volleyball team, we'll talk about that at halftime. The give is to Cahill. Cahill gets around, and boy, he is popped. Great hit, Zach Strickland.
Yes, good hard tackle there by Strickland. Strong. One of those 2 linebackers. He's one of the team's leading tacklers. There's 4 guys or 2 inside linebackers, and the 2 defensive ends are their leading tacklers as well, the 2 safeties. But Strickland came up there. What looked like it was going to be a big play. Kept it down to only a 6-yard gain.
Ball is at the 27-yard line. The give, Godwin up ahead. He plows over, trying to get some blocking. Zach Mills, the H-back, trying to clear the way and does enough to get Godwin 3 good yards. I've got him for 2 carries at 11 yards early on as we have just under a minute to play in this first quarter. 3-0 Rams on a 31-yard field goal with 6:13 to play. That was a huge time-consuming drive early. Now, the Jags got a first down on the last drive. They just got another one, trying to get 2. Cahill goes in motion. Godwin left side, spins away. But, man, Southeast Polk is there again. And that's one thing Coach Zelenovich told us earlier this week, Tim. He said, hey, we are really good at stopping the run.
Yeah, Bo Ira's in there early on. It looks like Darius Taylor was in there. Kind of plugged up that middle. Darius, he's a big kid. He's only 5'10", but 240. He's a hard guy to move. So good interior defense. That's what they want to do, is kind of give him a long field or to work with.
We've played 1 quarter. Southeast Polk leads Centennial of Ankeny 3-0. This is high school football on CISN.TV.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life. that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community. You want to get stronger, faster, healthier.
You blink, you miss. Avery Gates picked the ball up at the 32, goes all the way down to the 24. So a near 50-yard pickup, 47 on the play. Avery Gates, that'll help the average a little bit, won't it, Tim?
Yeah, he was probably kind of bad. There's only averaging about 2 yards a carry. So we know that the thing they do, they bring it from the outside, kind of go back against the flow. Good blocks on the outside to kind of create that lane. Then he hits that hole. There's a gap that opens up. He hits it quite fast.
Ball's at the 22-yard line of Southeast Polk. They go left side again, go back to Godwin. Now all of a sudden, you got lightning and thunder, fire and ice, whatever you want to call them. One is really tough, one is really fast. Both are really hard to bring down.
I like to say a good pitcher has a change of pace that makes him effective. So there's a change of pace. You've got Gates on the outside that can run. Then you bring Godwin, who runs like a fullback with a little more like a halfback speed, gets up there, and you're going to bumble and stumble, and all of a sudden he's picked up 10 yards. So now you got to tackle this bowling ball out there, and then come back and pick up a first down.
That's Tim Halber. I'm Paul Yeager. A.J. Ellingson down on the sideline tonight. 3-0 Centennial trails for now. Cahill goes in motion. Godwin gets the call right side, and he's taken low and high and down. Making this, leading the way is Tanner Van Elsen. So now Southeast Polk feels, all right, we're fine. We're good. They're playing a great defense on Centennial right now.
Yeah, outside of that one, that one big carry by Gates, actually they kind of kept him contained, pretty well. No big passing game, no big rushes. That's one thing that Centennial does. They kind of get that big explosive play that puts you back on your heels.
Rams with that four-man front. Seversyke sends Cahill in motion, keeps it. Goes up the middle, his first carry, and he'll get pushed ahead. Making the tackle is Zach Strickland for the Rams. Haven't seen the Garrett option very much on this team this year.
No, seems like he does run the ball well when he does carry. He only carries a couple times a game, but he's very effective. When he does use it, the kind of defense really does kind of flow with either Godwin or Gates when they go to the outside, kind of creates an opening. But you get a good block in there, so he picked up 3 hard yards.
Ball at the 9. Third down, though, for Centennial, who has yet to attempt a field goal this season. Can they convert on third down? They're going to pass the football across the middle. Caught and then dropped. That was a touchdown for a moment. And Blake Murphy is going to say, I had that the whole way.
Good passer by Seversyke. He kind of went back there, saw him kind of crossing from the right to the left, and he put it in there, and he had him right in the hands. But a good play by the defense. So he got on it, pulled one of the arms down, couldn't quite hang on to it, caused incompletion. So now, fourth down, now we see the first field goal attempt of the season for Centennial.
It'll be a 29-yarder for the Jags. Keaton Gray to hold, Avery Knief to attempt. Knief did not do the kickoff tonight, but he's on to attempt the field goal. Everybody nods their heads. The kick is up, and it is through the uprights. We're tied at 3 at 9:57 in Ankeny.
Schottenkirk Chevrolet's Power Price Truck and Crossover event featuring new 18 Silverado Double Cab LTs. Power lease, $259 per month lease. Power price, $32,490. New 18 Silverado Crew Cabs. Power lease, $429 per month lease. Power price, $36,490. Over 170 Traverse, Equinox, and Trax available. With 12 going on 13 years of year-over-year sales records, Schottenkirk knows how to sell Chevys. Schottenkirk Chevy, Waukee. Chevy, find new roads. WaukeeChevy.com.
Building a strong community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years. building a strong.
The kickoff is bounced into the end zone, which is near, well, that's where he was. A.J. Ellingson moves around quickly. Man, I can't even keep track where you're at. What's going on, man?
I'm going to wear a bright coat, so I'm wearing bright orange. I hope this would help.
You'd think.
But I do want to point out Dan Hackbarth, number 29 in white. He was the one who made that huge play in the end zone on 3rd and 9 to keep Centennial to a field goal on the Jaguars sideline. You can kind of see just a sigh of relief just a little bit, saying, that was more like us. We're back in this game.
Thank you, AJ. Reports brought to you by Shields. Discover your passion. And this game brought to you by Mid-American Energy. Southeast Polk will start at their own 20-yard line. First down, 9:57 to play. 3-3. It's a brand new ball game, not like it was very different. Empty backfield now as Williams goes out, run on the screen, and dropped. You want to talk about big yardage ahead. Dylan Travis would have had that, incomplete, and he wants that one back.
You see all the linemen sit up there. They kind of released it. They kind of did a touch block and kind of released, and he thought, I got all these big guys in front of me, and he turned his head, and I think he might still be running. If you would have caught it.
I totally think so. Dylan Travis, he is one of their go-to receivers, said Coach Selenovich. You know, that's the thing Z gets credit for. He's got a great offensive mind. You know, played quarterback at Simpson College, knows the offense, was Denny Muller's assistant as his offensive coordinator for a number of years. He knows how to move that ball down the field. They give it to Gavin Williams on the run option, and Gavin is just roped down. 6 and 8. Gee, haven't said their names at all. Gustafson and Daup make the tackle. No gain.
Yeah, good tackles there. It's surprising. This is the second series in a row they started their first play was a pass play for Southeast Polk. They must have seen something that to kind of, as they key on Williams, they may be able to get a pass play free and kind of pick up some big yards, looking for that impact play of the passing game. So now they got a long 3rd and 11 here, deep in their own territory.
Ball still at the 20. May have lost a half a yard on that play. Williams is next to Cole. Cole is going to keep it, and he has a whole lot of running room, and he is going to take the price for a near 20-yard gain, 19 yards, just inside the 40. Huge run and a big needed opportunity for the Rams. Josiah Cole keeps it and says, I'll put this team on my back. Gain of 20 now. First down and 10. That's huge, Tim.
Yeah, the flow kind of went. The linebackers kind of went with Williams to the outside, but he's a good athlete. Coach said we have to get him on the field. He had him playing defensive back last year because he's too good of an athlete.
Rams go under center now with Cole, and they get it back to Williams, and Williams is going to fall forward before Logan Niels makes that tackle. You know, Williams, I don't have him for any double-digit runs on the season. He's a guy with 101 carries, 566 yards. He's averaging about 5.5 per carry. The one stat that sticks out to me, Tim, 1 touchdown on the season on the ground for Williams.
That's something that did jump out with me too. I thought he'd have like 5 or 6 by this point, but no, he's kind of been contained. But he gets them, down the center of the field.
Pass is batted and then nearly intercepted. Logan Niels again, but I think getting a big hand on it was Jaden Cooper.
Yeah, we've called Cooper's name a few times, and he's having a good game. He's playing. He's very active. Hands are up. He's not getting tied up with the offensive line. He's kind of shaking them off. He's been making tackles in the backfield or hitting him in the backfield. Kind of get the fight together. So now you got a third, another big third down play for Southeast Polk.
Waukee leads Des Moines East 7-6. Here it's 3-3. And Valley and Urbandale tied at 7. So put up CISN.TV on 3 different screens and watch some pretty darn good football tonight. As Williams gets to the 45, puts his head down. He's going to be short of the first down, but how short? Ooh, that's a really good spot.
The side judge kind of took an extra step there, kind of moved back another half yard, but I still think he's about a yard or so short. Ooh. So now interesting play, right short of midfield. You're 1-4. You're playing undefeated, number 1 ranked Centennial. You don't know punt.
They're not going to punt. I thought maybe they'd call timeout. Cole just scored or ran an 18-yard run. He's going to probably keep it and get it. He gets across the 50. A.J. Ellingson, it's always fun to see the big pile move like it just did, isn't it?
I think everybody knew it was going to be a quarterback sneak. Trying to stop it is a whole other thing.
He got 2 yards. He needed 1. He got 2. Up to the 49. Now, okay, we'll call that 1.
When you have a 280-pound guard and a 235-pound center, 250-pound guard, we got those kind of guys. I could run behind them and gain a half a yard. But no, there's a lot of push up there. Those are some big guys. They kind of get low. Quarterback, he's a little bit of leg drive there. That's an easy way. So we may see that again later in the game. That they got maybe a 4th and short. They're going to keep going for it and not punt the ball away.
7th play of the drive as we're under 6:50 to play, second quarter. Williams off left side. This time he gets a little more momentum. He was able to miss Gustafson, and then the pile just keeps on going. We talked about this line. Josiah Rowland, Jack Wiltie, Aaron Martinez, Gabe Hassman, Luke Stevenson getting the job done. This is a veteran group up front.
Yes, it is. And I don't think the safeties, coming up there. Williams himself as a running back is 6 foot 205, and once again he got hit at the line of scrimmage, but he drives forward. Leg drive there, picking up 4 yards. I can see why he's a sought-after recruit.
12 carries for 39 yards for Williams, who's lined up to the right of Cole. Cole's going to keep it. This time he is going to get driven back. Technique tackle. Tyler Rogers gets the crowd. Forward progress. Gets him to the 42. Well, it'll be 3rd and 2nd. The crowd loses a little bit of that in that great tackle by Tyler Rogers.
Yeah, good form tackle there. He squared up, took him, drove him backwards. Looked like he, driving it back quite a ways, but still a good forward progress on that call. Picked up 4 yards. Now you got a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, very manageable, and they're not scared to go for it 4th down. So they're looking to continue the drive.
And I think they're going to call timeout here. 5:20 to play, 3-3 Jaguars, and Polk will step away for a quick 30 seconds. This is high school football on CISN.TV.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau's seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Southeast Polk scored first on a field goal. Then the Jaguars of Centennial countered with their own. Right now we're tied at 3. 5:14 to play. Paul Yeager, Tim Halbert, and A.J. Ellingson down on the sideline. A.J., we're going to put you through your paces tonight. What do you think?
Well, I want to draw your attention to Southeast Polk's first drive of the game. All kinds of conversions on their way down to a field goal. It looks awfully similar to this drive. A couple of 3rd down, a 4th down conversion. Here we go, 3rd and 3 when we get back from the timeout.
How many times have we seen it between the ears, Tim, what it is for a high school player? And it looks like, as AJ's alluding to right there, you got some momentum on those boys in white right now.
Yeah, we could drive the ball. We don't have to punt on 4th down. So big down here, 3rd and 3. Let's see what they do.
Ball at the 42-yard line. Rams need to get to the 39. In the gun, Williams goes out, and we got a miss snap. I think everybody in the stadium knew it was on 2 except for Aaron Martinez. So that'll change this 3rd and 3 to a 3rd and 8. Ugh, tough for the Rams.
I'll see how they come back from here, because generally they kind of back the coach said they've been their own worst enemy. They make a mistake. So here you had a 3rd and short. Now you got a 3rd and 8. I know that Cole is kind of like throwing out the flat. The right flat's kind of been his favorite. It's the short side of the field right now. Let's see if that's where he wants to go in this series.
Big play for the Rams. 3rd and 8, back to the 47. Seeing Martinez make sure he has the snap count. Williams gets it. He's near the 1st down. Think he got it. Oh, so close. He's to the 39.
He's a left foot,
I think he's
right.
short.
depends where it looks like his knee had kind of gone down right at the 40-yard line, but they kind of mark it the side. They're going to measure it. It's a little too close to call.
Chuck Britton's going to wave the crew 35 yards away to the hash mark. All right. Urbandale and Valley. AJ's Valley Tigers tied at 7. Des Moines East only trails Waukee 7-6. That's homecoming at Waukee. Here it's 3-3, and this is a big measurement right here.
Well, regardless, I think the way that Southeast Polk's been going, if it's 4th and short, if it's 4th down, they only have a foot to go. They may go for it.
An inch.
An inch.
No, wait, I'm sorry. That's 2 inches on Chuck Britton's hands. Chuck Britton holds it up to the home press box. And they'll bring it up. So
if you're Centennial, you know the last time they ran a quarterback sneak, they kind of man on man. They kind of drove it up there. Quarterback got a lean, and Southeast Polk breaks the huddle. They want to get up to that line and run something quick. So expected to pinch inside, either quarterback sneak. Sometimes instead of going right over center, sometimes your better sneak is to kind of kick out past the guard, get between the guard and the tackle. Sometimes you have a little more gap in there, a little more room to run and get upfield.
coming up at halftime, Jessica Reinhardt will join us, the head coach of the volleyball team. They are a very good volleyball team right now. Their very good football team is lined up. Everybody thinks it's going to be a quarterback sneak. It is. Great push off to the right. That'll be enough to move the chains. Josiah Cole. Coach talked about what are you working with on transitioning this kid from wide receiver to quarterback? You know the obvious answer, right, Tim?
Yeah.
It's footwork.
Yep. Lots of good footwork. The footwork works there. He's got good drive. I think as a good athlete, he's got good legs, good underpinning there. So he gets down. The running backs kind of come in. I was trying to add up how much weight all those guys up front. So you got somewhere about the size of a small car moving forward. So that's what I was doing math in my head.
I saw those guys come off the bus, and, man, I needed to get out of the way. Williams, the fake. Cole keeps it. Rogers has him high. Who had him low? Lucas Pieper, who's got 21 and a half tackles in the season. Add another one to him. It'll be second down for the Rams.
Still, he picked up a yard. He gets that forward lean. It's several times now that we've seen that Cole running the ball. I think they're seeing that the defense is playing, watching where Williams is going to the outside. So I expect to see Williams to get a few more carries here.
I actually gave him 1 yard on that play. Kind of generous. Clock under 10 on the play clock. Game clock at 3:40 here in the second quarter. Williams gets it up the left side, kind of on a counter play. Daup and Pieper there.
Daup made a great play there. He kind of got up inside the hole there, got there and got down on his legs, preventing him from cutting out because that hole opened up to the right side. So Williams was looking to take a cut up there. So luckily kept it, only to about a 2-yard gain.
Ball at the 34, 3rd and 6, 3:15 to play. Look for the pass. Who's it going to be? They go Williams. He's trying to get to the outside. He's got the first down. Great downfield block. Gets inside the 20-yard line to the 18. Gain of 8 on the play.
I was trying to catch the wideout out there that got a good block. He kind of contained
Dylan Travis.
Travis did a great job. Good-looking athlete out there. Travis has carried the ball a few times, kind of got out there, sealed it, and that linebacker could not shake that block. They couldn't get there, and that's one of the first times that we've seen. That's the biggest gain we've seen from Williams all night.
Scratch 8, 20. Forgive me. 68 yards now for Williams on 15 carries. Math was not my subject. Urbandale's taken a field goal lead on Valley, 10-7. Here it's 3-3, and Gavin Williams trying to keep his feet going, and he's ripped down inside after about a yard gain.
I'd be curious if we can get the halftime stats to see what the time of possession difference has been between Southeast Polk's offense and Centennial's, because they seem to have had the ball almost the entire first half.
2.5, and that can wear on a team come third and fourth quarter. Especially when you haven't been in a close game all year, Tim, like this. You know, Marshalltown, we were tied at 7 early in the second quarter last week, and Centennial rolled it. Rams trying to take the lead on this. Pass, right side, caught, and still moving forward, Jay Combs inside the 15, short of the first down.
That was a fingertip catch. He's 5'11". I think he jumped out there and he caught it right at his fingertips, pulled it in, just kind of came in a little high, gained only a couple yards, bringing up a third down.
I don't know how they're giving him 4 on that. Ball to the 13. Sideline kind of crowded. Lots of people here on homecoming. A lot of festivities. Do the Rams have the Jags' attention now? Williams, they fake it. Cole keeps it up the middle. Nobody's going to touch him. He's at the goal line. Touchdown, Rams! 13 yards for Josiah Cole.
Yeah, he rode that fakey like Coach talks about. He kind of rode him to the left or to Williams, took it up there. Then he put his head down. That's a good athletic run because he broke a couple tackles, got there, stopped about 2 yards short, put his head down. Then the line kind of came in, helped him escort him into the end zone. So big touchdown there for Southeast Polk.
13-yard TD run for the Rams. Logan Sunvold to attempt the extra point with 1:29 to play. The kick is up and good. 10-0 or 10-3 Rams on CISN.
Hey everyone, this is Dan Holm with Yankee Fanatic. Be sure to check out our website this fall for the best local high school sports coverage around. Whether you're a Hawk or a Jaguar, we'll be covering everything from cross country, man that dude is fast, to volleyball and everything in between. Well hey Kenna, welcome back. You don't want to miss any of the hard-hitting action. Come visit us at AnkenyFanatic.com.
Sometimes when you come in at 1-4 and a team that you're playing is 5-0, kind of looks at a record and maybe takes something for granted. Here's the thing. Southeast Polk's a really good football team, and Coach Pizzetti's been telling me about Southeast Polk all season. Right now, the Rams lead the Jaguars 10-3. The kickoff is taken at the 20, and trying to make a move and get outside was Dylan D'Angelo. He gets near the 30, which is about where A.J. Ellenson was standing, but he's all over the place on our Shield Sideline Report. A.J., what do you know?
Well, I want to tell you about the Gavin Williams effect. He was so good on the last drive on the play action, the touchdown. He was getting tackled, and he didn't have the ball. That's how good he is. The quarterback pulled it out. Great play by Josiah Cole. And here are the Rams, 1:22 away from going into halftime with the lead against the #1 team in the state.
And if you see A.J., he's on the far sideline. We'll have the leading coach going into the break. Thank you, A.J., for that report. Play action. Seversyke looks to the left, then throws to the right. It's caught, and then some. Great catch run. No penalty flag immediately. The crowd near side wants it. Zach Mills, great catch. 23-yard play for passing.
That's a hard one for a defensive back. It looked worse than it was on that far sideline, but if he's tiptoeing down that sideline, you can't let him just, release. If he's trying to make yards, he might have stepped out, but play, I think, is a good note. Well,
it is going to be a personal foul. So all of a sudden at 1:13, this game gets a little thicker quick, because now the ball goes all the way up to the 37-yard line. So that ends up being nearly 40 yards on one play, and you didn't have to burn a timeout.
Centennial has all their timeouts yet this half.
Cahill gets it on the jet sweep, runs left side. He's stopped and then dropped. And that might be one of those timeouts right there as the tackle made by Bo Ira. Timeout, Jags will step away for a quick 30.
Great price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola. Great price.
Centennial takes a timeout, 1:07. They're at the 31-yard line after a 6-yard gain. Third play of the drive coming for the Jags. This is their 2-minute offense. Seversyke fakes. Here comes the blitz, gets rid of it. The intended receiver for an official standpoint is Avery Gates, but Gates didn't even turn around for that.
No, there's a blitz coming in there. Seversyke went back, really never had time to set up his feet, so incomplete pass. So now you got a 3rd and 3. With a minute 3 left, you still a lot of time. You get a first down. I think that what they want to do is get a first down. You're kind of in that no man's land where it's not a good distance for a field goal at this point.
No, right now you'd be
really
47-yard field goal. And when you've only tried one all year, at least you got some confidence. I don't think Jamie Cole has any eligibility left to go up and kick for the Jags. The kicking coach, known around the world. Cahill goes in motion. Here comes some pressure. They're running that same play. Benjamin Breeding's going to lose 5 yards. So now it's going to be 4th down under a minute to play, 56.9 seconds. Breeding on the screen, not the ideal guy.
No, lost. Looks like 5 yards.
Man.
Ira, the defensive end, Bo Ira came out there. Not a small character himself who had 245, kind of bear hugged him and stopped him. Good play by a defensive end that got there to kind of sniff out that tight end screen that came up. They read that pretty well. So now a big 4th down. Definitely not a punting situation with 56 seconds left. I think they're going to make a. Do you go for the first down, or you want to take a shot down the middle of the field and go to the end zone?
I don't know. A.J. Ellingson, you're on that far sideline. What do you do right now?
Well, one thing to keep in mind, Southeast Polk still has 2 timeouts left. So if you don't get this here and you go for it, 1st and 10 on the 35, about 50 seconds to go and 2 timeouts, could this change again?
The clock doesn't stop indefinitely on a first down. Centennial gets it. They're going to have to then quickly get back up to the line of scrimmage because they're now down to 1 timeout. But the first priority right now is to get the first down. The Jags have to get to the 27-yard line. This ball starts at the 35. This is one of the biggest plays of the season for the Jags right here. Seversyke, time, ticking, looking, throwing down the middle towards the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Centennial! Dylan D'Angelo dials up on 4th down and a score.
A flag on the field there. I wonder what I see a little hanky in there, so it looks like it's against Southeast Polk.
Holding on the defense. It'll be declined. It'll be a touchdown.
25 yards.
Dylan D'Angelo gets the call. One of the biggest catches. Wow.
If I remember the formation, he was lined up wide here, down here on the left side, came up and kind of ran that deep flag pattern across the back of the end zone. I thought Seversyke was going to take off and run the ball and pick up the first down. He had a lot of field in front of him. Pulls up, guns one down there, hits him in stride for a touchdown. That was a nice pass and catch.
48 seconds to go. Didn't have to worry about after getting that first down. You just needed the touchdown. Knief on to attempt the extra point to tie it. Gray signals. The kick is up and good. Tied at 10. The final 48 when we come back.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. Kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
There's no doubt about it. Saving feels great. At Mid-American Energy, we love saving too. Saving the environment by supporting tree planting, which improves air quality. Saving money by investing in wind energy, which keeps rates low. And saving you energy by providing tips to help make your home more energy efficient. Which means you can take those savings and put your energy into having fun. Saving definitely feels great. So does being obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Was there a penalty on the...
I don't know. The Jags are going to kick it off at the 50 here, Tim.
So it could have been a penalty on the extra point try, which is assist on the kickoff. So that's possibly what the call was. I didn't see a flag down.
I don't know. We'll see here as the kick is going to be short, taken at the 5 by Williams. He's at the 10, makes one man miss. 15-20, gets out of bounds and also tackled at the same time at the 25-yard line. 41 seconds. So now you're at the 26. Still has 2 timeouts. Big pressure offense. We'll see what the Rams do, but let's see what A.J. Ellingson has to say there on that far sideline.
Guys, one thing to keep in mind, both teams have been really good on 4th down. Southeast Polk converted 2 of them on their touchdown drive, and obviously we just saw 4th and 8 for Centennial. 10-10, 41 to go. Coach C just said something to his offense. We'll see if they go to the half or they try to go add some more points.
Kirk Ferentz would take a knee and go to the locker room.
But your
Matt
head coach
Campbell,
your head coach is an ex-quarterback. What do you think is going to happen?
A.K.A. Brad Zelenovich, the Riverboat Gambler. Let's see what he dials up here. They're in the shotgun. It all depends on this first play. Cole keeps it, gets left side, and he's got some running room. He's across the 40 to the 45. Gain of almost 20 on the play, 19 yards for Josiah Cole. Kid is having one heck of a first half.
The clock will stop as they move the chains, so you have a chance to get your offense set. And they've got 2 timeouts left, so they got plenty of time here at their 44.
Well, as AJ said, all you got to do is make it 4th down, and then the big fun happens. Ball at the 44. Cole throws, caught, far sideline, get out of bounds, and doing so after getting into Jag territory is Jake Holmes. Gain of about 7 on the play.
8-yard gain play, 2nd and 2.
They gave him 8 yards on the play, so he had nice job there. And getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. 21 seconds to go. Still got those 2 timeouts.
2nd down. Williams, the fake. Cole keeps it, and the Rams are going to have to burn a timeout unless it's close to the 1st down. The far sideline stopped. The official stopped the clock. I don't know if that was because of a timeout called. They're going to, well, is Chuck Britton and his crew going to measure?
His official timeout, you motion official timeout, so it's official timeout to bring the chains out. 2 officials had different lines of gain out there. I'm curious to know which one kind of supersedes the other, so they bring the chains out. They haven't had to burn a timeout yet to bring the chains out.
Valley is inside the 5 right now in the 2nd quarter, trailing Urbandale 10-7. Waukee leads Des Moines East 14-6. Here it's 10-10 and 3rd down, and this time only 8 inches. They're going to have to wind the clock as soon as those chains get over there.
Yep. So coach is looking, I think, with 15 seconds left. As soon as they set the clock, he's probably going to, looks like coach is signaling he's going to call a timeout once the clock is changed or set.
Yep. And they did. All right. Southeast Polk takes a timeout. We'll take one well. 15 seconds to go before half on CISN.TV.
Hey everyone, this is Dan Holm with Yankee Fanatic. Be sure to check out our website this fall for the best local high school sports coverage around. Whether you're a Hawk or a Jaguar, we'll be covering everything from cross country. Man, that dude is fast. To volleyball and everything in between. Well, hey, Kenna, welcome back. You don't want to miss any of the hard-hitting action. Come visit us at AnkenyFanatic.com.
Two plays, maybe three.
Two, maybe three, Tim. I think you're right. That's Tim Halber. I'm Paul Yeager. 15 seconds to go. Third and just under half a foot. Josiah Cole. The give is to Williams. He's got the first down. He's at the 40. Makes a cutback. Gets to the outside. He's near the 30-yard line. He needed a foot. He got 15 almost. What are you going to give him?
It looks like he got 15 yards on that. I'll be generous and give him 15, 14 or 15 yards. So they're still saying the chains. You got 8 seconds. You got one timeout left. I think he's going to try and get 2 plays out of this drive.
Clock moves, 5 seconds. Oh, dropped ball. This is going to be the last play of the half, except the far side official was right there. There is 0.1 left on the clock. Wow.
I think as his knee was hitting the ground, coach was calling the timeout.
Yes.
So I think he got that wasn't the way they designed that, I don't think.
Clock was rolling there. So A.J. Ellingson, you're over there. You're a little far away. What's going on? What do you think? What are you doing on this play?
You're going for the end zone, right? I mean, I think there might have been about a second, 1.2 left. So I think this was the right call. One more play. Obviously, we're throwing in the end zone and see what happens.
Well, they had a little problem on the snap on the last play, Tim. Cole couldn't quite get a handle on it, and so they lose a yard on that, or actually they lost 2. He's their second leading rusher, nearly their leading rusher with 8 carries and 57 yards. Woo, sorry about that.
So I wonder if they're going to get Williams involved, in a reception. I know that, Wagner, 6'4" junior wide receiver. Schneider's been kind of their leading receiver here, so I'm curious to know. Travis has had a catch in there, so I'm curious to know who they want to go with. The offensive line can kind of get blocked out. If I was a Southeast Polk, I'd blitz the linebackers.
Oh, they're going to try to kick a field goal instead, Tim.
So
this is going to be a 51-yarder lining up for their field goal kicker, Logan Sundervold, on the season. He's long, 43, so they're thinking the kid's got it. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. It's close. It's going to be short, though. It was oh so close. The field goal comes up short, but we are tied at 10 here at half. A great football game between Centennial and... Let's go down to the sideline. A.J. Ellingson walking with Coach Zelenovich.
Coach, it would be easy for a team at 1-4 to give up on the season. What does it say about your kids and their effort so far?
Well, we talked all week. We came to win the game, and believe we had a good week of preparation. And, high school kids don't know what they don't know. So we're lining up and playing toe-to-toe with a really good team.
You're going head-to-head on some late conversions, too, 2 fourth-down conversions. What's the key in those situations?
Well, we've been good on first down. They've been fourth and really, really short. So, we feel good about our guys up front, and we've executed those. And, I think it sends a message to our guys that we came to win the game.
We're looking forward to the second half, Coach. Thank you for your time.
A.J. Ellingson down on the Shields sideline report. Wow, what a game, 10-10 at half?
Yes, I was surprised they came up with that field goal try. Like I said, we talked earlier that I wonder what the time of possession is between Southeast Polk and Centennial, because it seems like Southeast Polk has had the ball quite a while. But yeah, no giving up there. These guys that came to play, so they're playing them toe-to-toe.
You have a mission at halftime and an assignment. You're going to try to find out time of possession. That's one thing we can't quite keep while we're trying to do the game is time of possession. That's Tim Halber. I'm Paul Yeager, A.J. Ellingson on the sideline. We're tied at 10, Centennial and Southeast Polk. We're going to talk volleyball. We'll talk with our friend Dan Holm from the Ankeny Fanatic when we come back. This is halftime.
Great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola. Great.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
There's no doubt about it. Saving feels great. At Mid-American Energy, we love saving too. Saving the environment by supporting tree planting, which improves air quality. Saving money by investing in wind energy, which keeps rates low. And saving you energy by providing tips to help make your home more energy efficient. Which means you can take those savings and put your energy into having fun. Saving definitely feels great. So does being obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Hey everyone, this is Dan Holm with Yankee Fanatic. Be sure to check out our website this fall for the best local high school sports coverage around. Whether you're a Hawk or a Jaguar, we'll be covering everything from cross country, man that dude is fast, to volleyball and everything in between. Well hey Kenna, welcome back. You don't want to miss any of the hard-hitting action. Come visit us at AnkenyFanatic.com.
There's really only one steak place that has the best steak. The most tender, most flavorful, mouth-watering steak. A place that makes the choice to serve you the best choice. Because we believe there really is no other choice. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Premium, hand-selected, 100% natural beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Because our choice is your best choice.
Hi, we're at halftime, and this is the Centennial volleyball team. I think I got the whole thing. I think we're going to have a little scrimmage. And they're so tall, we can't even get them on screen. And I always like standing next to, I like, you must be right hitter, outside hitter then, with it. Is that the way it is? That's Josie Wagner, Ari Winders, Kenneth Sauer, Riley Morgan, and Coach Reinhardt. She'll get in here. So, Coach, you come over here first. We get to start with you. So this whole volleyball thing's working out for you up here on this team. What is it about this group that is standing out and playing so well for you this year?
So many things. First of all, they're crazy talented. They're humongous. We're very big. But most importantly, they're great teammates, good leaders, and we're just having a fun season.
You're going in just the years of the high school. You've been at state and just played so well. I know last year kind of leaves that taste. Is this kind of that motivating thing, or is that an easy cop-out to say that's what's motivating this year?
These girls would come back motivated no matter what. So we were ready for a fresh start, and we've loved everything about this season.
All right, so who'd you bring with you tonight?
Players?
Oh, yeah, who do you got?
This is Josie Magner.
All right, you got to talk about Josie.
She's our libero. She's such a hard worker, talks all the time, and touches every ball on the court.
Is that important?
That's very important from that libero spot. So we try to keep it off the floor, and they try to put it on the floor. Yeah, so Josie keeps it off the floor. That's Ari Winters.
Everybody knows Ari Winters.
Ari's popular. Yeah, she's very famous around here. And she's a monstrous outside hitter. And she's been pounding balls for us. She hit 600 the other night against Ames, so that was a big one.
She's played well, and her sister wasn't too bad either.
No, her sister's okay. I think she was an All-American.
I think so, yeah.
For Creighton. I just watched them before I came here tonight, and they won in 5.
So that's also the thing. Your program's had good players that have gone on and played at that next level.
Yes, we have a lot of players off in college. Ari's actually signed with the University of Denver.
Okay.
And then the one next to her is going to the University of Missouri.
Kenneth Sauer.
Yes, Kenneth Sauer is her name.
Yep.
She's also famous.
Well, wait a minute. Okay, well, hold on. She's gonna be like, why is she calling you famous? Before she answers, why do you think?
don't know. We get all the kills, and we've been here a while, 4 years.
They're for your varsity. All right, and then it looks like I'm blocking Riley.
Riley Morgan, she's our setter. She's like the quarterback on the volleyball team. She dishes all the balls to all her hitters, and she has a very sneaky dump.
Oh, okay. So how do you get to be in that position? Where you work on being sneaky?
Well, first of all, it starts with a good pass by Josie or any of our DSs, Ari, Kenna, and then I just see the court, what's open. If they're back on defense, then I dump it. If not, I set it out to the hitters, and they put it away.
All right, so Kenna, personality on this team, who's got the most?
Oh, that's hard. We all have very different personalities, very big ones. I think Devin Robinson has a very big personality. She's different, but we all love her. We all just mix really well together. We have some humorous personalities.
So folks key on Devin, but they also key on you, Ari. Why? How is it that you have to step away and try to make room for your own hits when you're out there? How is it? How do teams defend you, and how do you make them pay each time you go up there and swing?
I mean, I guess I just go up there trying to get a kill with that mindset every time you swing. So when they do dig, obviously it's like upsetting, but you just got to keep going, I guess. Be ready.
So you get upset when you see a dig on the other side?
I mean, sometimes, yeah. Like, if it's a good kill, like, I'm like, okay, you shouldn't have done that, but it's all right. You know, you just got to go back and do it again, I guess.
All right, so Josie, setting up these girls, is that an easy thing? Or, I mean, you got to put it right where you want it. Where does Ari like to have the ball?
Well, I'm not a setter.
Oh, but if you have to, where does she want it?
If I have to, I put it 5 off the net and 5 in the court so that she can see where she's hitting, so she's not too far away or too close to the net where the block is like in her face, so she can see the court.
All right, so you got this little game coming up on Tuesday, right? Is that right? Little game? Is that a little thing? It's a little one? All right, so what's fun about this rivalry when you play Ankeny?
I think they just always come out really strong, and both teams play very, very well against each other, and it's just a really fun, good game of volleyball.
And I'm going to take a wild guess that you know some of the girls on the other team.
Oh, for sure. We probably know all of them. We like through club and just being in Ankeny, we probably know. That's like makes it not so fun and fun to play like against your friends, but everyone always plays good and the atmosphere is crazy.
And last year went 5, and I'm guessing you're trying to take care of that in 3 this year?
Yes, that's our plan.
That's always the way it goes. Ari, so when you're playing with this group, we talk about the looseness. You've been on the news this week talking about this llama. Do you even want to talk about the llama, or do you want to talk about something else?
No, we can talk about the llama.
So tell me the name and where it came from and really whose idea it was.
His name's Barako Llama, and Kenna's mom had bought him a while ago. And every year we kind of just like have an animal that describes our team, and we're like, okay, like I think the llama describes it, and he really does. He really has a soul and brings something to our team.
So he's got a soul?
Definitely, like he just brings so much positive stuff to us, and it's like you can like tell his eyelashes are like down usually when we're playing bad, and they're up when we're playing good, and you just gotta fix them, you know.
All right, so who gets to keep the animal at the end of the season?
He lives at my house.
Oh, he lives at your house, so you're in charge bringing him to and from?
Yes, my mom usually is the one who brings him everywhere. She carries him a lot. It gets a lot of weird looks, but we love him. And yes, he sleeps in my room and everything.
Now, I have to tell a little story about Kenna. I got a chance to meet her granddad, who is the head softball coach at Sergeant Bluff Luton. I was preparing for the state softball coverage. Saw your cousin pitch, and I asked your granddad, I go, you got any other daughters or granddaughters? Because your aunt is the first base coach. And he says, well, I got this girl. She's at Ankeny Centennial, Kenna Sauer. I says, oh, yeah, we know who she is. What's that like to come from an athletic family? In fact, both of you, very athletic families. What's that like to have some of that in your background when you step out on the court?
It's super cool just knowing that like they're somewhere else doing really great things. Like my cousin and my grandpa are making a name for that school and like getting noticed, and that I can kind of brag about them too, and that they can brag about me or whatever.
It shows how small the state really is. All right, now your sister, you make your own name for yourself, right? Do you talk? Does she ever want to know what you are doing, or do you have to ask her what she's doing first?
She's actually the one that usually texts me first. She'll just miss me and be like, hey, like, how's it going? Oh, like Monday night she was like, oh, good luck against Dowling and all this stuff. And I was like, thanks. But like, if I need like just help, I'll just be like, hey, Jaylee, like I need help with this. Like can you like just motivate me or something? And she'll be like, yeah, like this is what you do or whatever. And I'm like, okay, thanks. Like she's been through like what I've been through, so she knows my position. So.
Very good, Coach. One more couple questions here before you go. So this little thing on Tuesday, but talk about your getting ready before that. I mean, that's not your only game. You're playing. Tell me about your tournament schedule and what you've been trying to schedule to get them ready to hopefully make it to Cedar Rapids again.
Correct. We have a big tournament at Urbandale actually tomorrow morning. We'll face some tough competition, and then we have Ankeny, and then we go to Cedar Rapids Jeff, which is probably our hardest tournament of the season, and we follow that up with Marion from Omaha. We've scheduled a couple of the best Nebraska teams.
I've noticed that this year. Why did you do that?
We wanted good competition, and I knew their coaches from high school, and so it just worked out well.
You're from Southwest Iowa, if I remember correctly. So I want to say Red Oak. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay, so from that area, so you know some of those. What about on the tournament trail, like the AAU or the travel volleyball? Is that where you've maybe seen some of these coaches too, or is it mostly just your past?
That was my past. Those two coaches are from, we played high school club ball together in Omaha. Okay.
Very good. You having fun this year?
We're having a great time.
All right, very good. This is the Centennial volleyball team, lots of personality. Josie Magner, Ari Winters, Kenneth Sauer, Riley Morgan, Jessica Reinhardt. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, everybody, for coming up. I know you're warm, and now you got to go back outside. We'll talk with Dan Holm in just a minute from the Ankeny Fanatic. We're tied at half, 10-10 on CISN.
One community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Dan Holm from the Ankeny Fanatic is our halftime guest. And if you haven't had a chance to read his stuff, go to ankenyfanatic.com or download the podcast this week. You were talking with the activities director here from Centennial, and I was just getting into the Dennis Gibson interview when I pulled up. But let's talk about this game right now. Do you have a clock on time of possession?
I don't, but I know Southeast Polk ran 38 plays to 18 for Centennial, so that's not a good recipe for success for the Jags.
You know Coach Zelenovich covering him when he was head at Ankeny. You know he knows an offensive mind. He's not afraid to try stuff.
No, he's not. He likes to grind it out and run the football, and I've seen this offense before. It's effective.
It is. What are you noticing? And Williams not having huge yards. He has that one big gain of 20. Otherwise, he's just kind of trying to nickel and dime.
Yeah, but he's been effective, though. I mean, they've moved the change. I don't know how many third and fourth down conversions they've had, but, he's getting the yards that they need.
D'Angelo, huge touchdown play on fourth down.
Oh, yeah, that was huge. I mean, at first that penalty looked like maybe it was going to be on the Jags, but, that was huge for Centennial to get that tying touchdown right before the half.
We saw the volleyball team there in the hallway outside here. Big match coming up on Tuesday. What else are you covering on the site?
Well, it's a busy week. Also, Tuesday will be district golf. Both teams will be playing down at Waveland. They'll be trying to qualify for state, later in the week. And then the swim team also has a big meet on Tuesday up at Ames. Of course, they're the defending state champs.
You're a busy guy.
So, yeah, there's always something going on.
You've always got something going on, and we always appreciate you giving you time. The AnkenyFanatic.com is how you find your site. Any other stories or something coming up that we might be looking out for, or podcast you want to talk about?
Well, you mentioned the volleyball team. Yeah, that'll be a big match on Tuesday, and then we're going to have both volleyball coaches on the podcast Wednesday, so we'll have a lot to talk about. So we're looking forward to that.
Dan Holm, thank you so much. We have to take a quick break, find out what Coach had to say, and he is with A.J. Ellingson right now. Go ahead, let's bring him up right now. A.J. Ellingson is with Coach Pizzetti. Go ahead, A.J.
Coach, you just told me this is a good night of football between two good teams. What sticks out the most about that first half?
They're controlling the ball on us, and they're doing a great job, and our kids are fighting back, and it's 10-10, and it's anyone's ball game right now.
The most important part of the second half will be what?
Just someone's got to score, and I hope it's us.
Appreciate your time, Coach. Thank you. Enjoy the second half. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, AJ, and appreciate that. We'll take a quick timeout and be back with the second half after this on CISN.TV.
Price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola. Great price.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Welcome back, second half. Paul Yeager, Tim Halber, and Tim, you've got some statistics you'd like to share.
Yes, for Southeast Polk, you know.
You want to start with Polk first?
Let's go there.
All right, go ahead with
for
Polk.
Williams, you know, we have 16 carries for 74 yards. Kind of kept him in check.
16
for 74 yards.
74, okay.
But Cole, 9 carries, 57 yards.
9 and 57. Yep,
Yeah,
I had 57 yards. I actually matched somebody.
Well done. 5'8" passing for 33 yards. Nice half for them. They kept
How
the
many
ball.
yards? 33?
33.
Okay.
That we have for Centennial, you know, kind of a balance. We have Seversike, 4 to 6 passing, 48 yards. The big one was that touchdown. For time of possession, we've got Southeast Polk 17 minutes to 5:34 for Centennial. Big difference.
17 to 5:05.
Yes.
Wow.
Big difference.
Thank you to
Gates,
the crew. Go
Gates, three carries, 48 yards. You know, big play there. Godwin, 6 carries, 25 yards. And Cahill, 3 carries for 19. So spread the love, but they just didn't have the ball very much.
All right.
That first half.
Great job, Tim Halber. 17 minutes in time of possession. A.J. Ellingson, do you have, I bet you don't deny that, do you?
No, I trust everything that you guys just said. One thing that I want to point out, though, keep in mind, no team had scored more than 7 points against Centennial this entire season. Southeast Polk has 10 in the first half. See if that correlates to anything in the final 24 minutes of this game.
That's our Shields Sideline Report. Discover your passion. AJ, thank you so much. This game brought to you by Mid-American Energy and those lineups by Hy-Vee. I want to quick say that it will be the offensive Centennial that will get the start here as the kickoff of the second half is taken at the 20-yard line by D'Angelo. He's at the 25 to the 30, return of about 6 yards before he's brought down by, that was Jacob Robillard. So Tim, second half, your Centennial, how do you win this game?
I think if you do what you did before, I think they didn't get the passing game going. You had one big play, kind of get some more first downs, or they kind of stalled on a few of the drives there. Kind of get that offensive line, get them moving a little bit, maybe get breathing in the game. You know, a pass down the middle, kind of get their offensive rhythm back together.
They go with Godwin. He's got a huge hole, 40, 45, near midfield. What a play. That's the Godwin we've seen a lot this year. Daniel Hackbart, the tackle at the 50. Wow.
But a 19-yard gain there. That's one way. You just said the good timing there. Kind of get a little rhythm, 19 yards, kind of juke to kind of get some blocking outside. Usually he doesn't kick it outside very often. He kind of took it typically what would be a Gates play. He ran it up to the outside.
Gain of 19 to now at midfield. That's exactly what Centennial, they saw something at the break and wanted to get it going. They go fake to Godwin. They go Cahill, the second man through. He takes a big lick. Now we'll see what Centennial does. Now, one thing, they did not have a lot of snaps in the first half, Tim. But what snaps they had, they all kind of ran them into the line, and Polk was there. Now it looks like they're trying to run second guy through. The second guy here, the first guy. Then they'll run the first guy. You know, you just don't know what they're going to run.
Yeah, good coaches at halftime make adjustments and see that it seems like they've done something here that they can get that lead back to get that block in there.
They go sweet, and there's a whole lot of black jerseys there for Gates. Gates gets to the outside, cuts it back, 25, 20. He's got no one in front of him. It's going to be Avery Gates, 43 yards and a score. However, hold the phone. There is a penalty flag back at the 40.
And the head official is pointing to the north, which is not a good sign. Centennial.
Well, the audio tells you what the home fans think of that play, Tim.
They're such a home crowd, aren't they?
They're cheering for the black and silver tonight.
Yeah, you kind of get that mess out there. You know, everybody kind of shifted out there. You had the lineman downfield. You had some good blocks. And sometimes it's not much of a hold to get a holding call, get a hand out there, grab a little bit of jersey, someone gets turned around. But still, it doesn't take away from a tremendous run by Gates, who cut it back against the grain, hardly touched all the way to the end zone. It was an impressive play, even though called back.
So the ball goes back to the 50 after that play. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. 10:43 to play here in the third quarter. Gates goes in motion. They're going to run the same play, and he is going to go nowhere. Wow.
Van Eason out there, the defensive end position, pinched her down, gave him a bear hug, said welcome.
The welcomes extend, both free hugs. Yeah, he was holding the sign at halftime. That's 2 runs that were negative yardage.
Not often for Gates run.
For Gates.
Yes.
That is very rare. It'll be 3rd down and 14. Ball back 46. See what Seversyke? Have we seen Mr. Breeding? He's going out up the middle. Seversyke rolls, throws, incomplete. D'Angelo, the intended target, would have been well short of the 1st down, and Centennial is going to have to punt after scoring a touchdown that was called back. They'll turn the ball over here.
Breeding was open down the minute temporarily, but Seversyke flushed out of the pocket to his left. He had to get in and get rid of the ball. So good pressure defense by after giving up that touchdown, even though the penalty, Southeast Polk holds, pushes him back, forces a punt the early part of the third quarter.
10-10, 9:53 to play here. Centennial had gotten to the 43-yard line and then scored a touchdown and then went backwards on the next 2 plays. One a penalty and one a run for loss. Knief's kick bounces at the 20 and got a couple of players kind of dancing there. Jake Holmes finally gets out of the way. Almost looked like a Iowa play where they were running into the punted ball and turned the ball over, but it'll be a tough way to go. 95 yards for the score. The Jags pin the Rams back there at the 5. A.J. Ellingson, that's a long way to go to score a touchdown, isn't it?
Think about that 2-play swing we just saw. Touchdown, called back. Next play, 4-yard loss, setting up a 3rd and 14, and just like that, instead of giving up 6, Southeast Polk's defense gets off the field.
So now the Rams, AJ, they're going to have to, you're going to run this ball and keep trying to eat clock, or are you going to pass it and try to score?
I think you got to go with what you did in the entire first half, and that was just move the chains just a little bit at a time.
A.J. Ellingson, Shields sideline report tonight. They go right side with Williams. He gets across the 10 before he's pushed out of bounds. What'd you have Williams? Let's see. You had him for
16 carries for 74 yards.
And he picks up 6 on that first play for his 17th carry of the game, and now he's at the 80 threshold. Here our score, 10-10. Waukee has gone ahead of Des Moines East, and they're getting ready to start the second half, and they're also getting ready to start the second half at Valley Stadium as the Tigers lead Urbandale 14-10. Cole with Williams in the backfield. They throw, it's caught, and then down, maybe a yard or 2. Catch made far sideline, Jay Combs. It'll be 3rd down.
No, he got a couple yards there. Looks like they kind of gave him 3 yards on the reception. But down here, do you do quarterback sneak? You're a yard and a half away from a first down. It's been a successful play in that first half, so you get that lean in there.
But look at field position, though, Tim. That's kind of a hard thing. Even if they don't get it here, what do? They got to think field position and long term in this game. Cole Fakes it to Williams, keeps it. He has the first down. So the drive will stay alive. Daup on the tackle. Also there in the middle for Centennial was Ethan Frazier. Zelenovic is finding that Cole is turning out to be a very nice option for him to run the football.
Yeah, Coach Pizzetti talked about it. He calls it a power read instead of a read pass option. That's kind of what he calls his offense, what the quarterback does.
Ball at the 17. Cole throwing it on first down. Flushed a little bit. Rolling, throwing downfield and out of bounds. Caught by Jacob Robillard. The problem is Jacob's out of bounds. It's an incomplete pass. It'll be second down. We've seen, I think, Polk, that's the third or maybe even fourth time they've tried to throw the ball deep on first down.
Yeah, the coach sees something, trying to get, that's probably when you get your best coverage out there. You're going to get a single coverage on the outside. You get a one-on-one, see if you can kind of spring somebody. He's kind of throwing on the run there. Smart play by the quarterback. Throw it someplace where no one else can catch it. Don't turn the ball over down here.
8:19, clock stopped on the incomplete pass. Second down, look for Williams. Gets it. Gavin makes one man miss and then somehow finds his way forward before Lucas Pieper. You know, Williams, a lot of ink about him in the offseason. A lot of coaches interested. Kind of reading between some lines by some coaches of this guy hasn't been running hard. He's coming down on that first attempt. Tonight, we haven't seen him really from the second quarter on go down on that first hit.
No, he doesn't go down easy. And I think, they're trying to spring to the outside. He only has 2 carries over 10 yards for the entire game. He already has 18 carries.
Ball at the 23. Play action. Cole rolls. He's got his fullback out of the backfield across the 30. First down for the Rams. Tanner Van Elsen moves the chains for Southeast Polk.
Nice play there, the rollout. The end kind of takes everybody to the outside, to the sideline. The fullback comes up from the mix in the middle, runs a shallow, flat route. He's open. Nice little play there. Nice play action. Nice athletic move by the quarterback. He must have been working on his feet. His coach must have been a quarterback, you think?
It's possible. I remember Brad Zelenovic playing for Simpson when he came up to Wartburg in the mid-'90s. He's a good quarterback for the Storm. Williams gets it on the run. Makes one man miss, but he cannot shake Tyler Rogers in his 27 tackles. Make it 28 for Rogers, but a gain of 5.
Rogers does a nice job of tackle. I like his form. He gets up there, he squares his shoulders, makes a good tackle. Really busy for a safety. He too is one of the leading tacklers on this Centennial defense, from a safety position. So that means he's coming up, he's playing with the big boys up front. And he is that last line of defense.
Ball at the 40. Second down. They're ahead of the chains right now. Play clock at 10. Game clock 6.5. Cole looks left and right. Here comes some pressure, and he'll go down. Great defensive play. Caden Bullwinkle came on a bull rush, takes Cole back all the way to the original line of scrimmage, +1. Back to the 33-yard line, loss of 7.
Yeah, those pass routes, they had trips out here or doubles out here onto the left side. Took too long for those routes to develop. Quarterback held the ball too long. Bullwinkle could come in there. Good sack by him. So now 3rd and 11. What do you dial up as a quarterback?
They send trips to the left and one to the right, and I don't know if Williams is going to stay in the backfield. Quarterback keeper. Cole makes one man miss, puts his shoulder down. He's going to get forward progress to the 40, but be well short of the first down, and he is not going to be able to quarterback sneak 4 yards. Southeast Polk, for the moment, looks like they're going to have to punt.
One thing I like seeing out of Williams, as the star running back that he is, he stuck his nose up there, had a key block that kind of sprung Cole for a while. He's still for a positive 6-yard gain, so nice to see your running backs go up there willing to stick their nose in there and do a block on a linebacker.
Southeast Polk will go into a punting situation. Matt West back at the 25. Gets a leg into it. See if he gets it to Gates, and Gates is covered the moment he catches the football by Jacob Robillard. Gates didn't have much time to react other than to catch the football. A.J. Ellingson is about 5 yards from the Centennial offense. What are they going to have to do, A.J.?
They're going to have to try to get the field position back to their side. Southeast Polk did a nice job of getting it out of their own end. That's because Centennial got it down there this time. We'll see if they can convert, see if they can score, see if they can stay off the penalty that cost them 7 points in their last drive. We'll see. I'll go up and listen and see what they're saying. Oh, they just broke the huddle just before I could get over there, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
That's your timing, isn't it?
Perfect.
Better to be bad timing is no timing? I don't know, something like that. All right, A.J. on the Shields sideline report tonight. 25-yard line is where Southeast Polk will have to play defense now, having to turn it over, or they turn the ball over. Cahill gets a good push up to the 30 to the 35-yard line. Gavin, not Gavin Williams making the tackle. He's not playing defense.
No,
Number
Wampa
20.
had the tackle, yep.
Yeah, Wampa.
Yeah, Wampa came out there, had him by the ankles, and hung on for dear life. But still, that was after, a 9-yard gain by Cahill.
He's had a nice game tonight. They've kind of used him as the featured back in this series. They're all running to the right for Godwin. Oh, Godwin nearly had it stripped out, but he keeps on running and running and running before Eli Reed makes the tackle at the 44. Big pickup there.
Yeah, I saw Morrison center, number 58, was out there on the outside, pulled, got a seal out there. There's a lot of linemen in front of him, going down there and creating that. That's a lot when you get those bodies, those big guys to the outside if they can pull.
Gates in motion. They go Godwin left side. Man, he got a big head of steam there. And now it looks like Southeast Polk's not tackling the defender. They're trying to strip the ball away. And so far on 2 plays here, Tim, that strategy's not working.
No, when you try to do that, you're not stopping the runner. You're just kind of grabbing their arms. And I think these are Centennial's running backs are too strong. You can't. They very, very seldom fumble. We haven't seen that since the first game. They're going to gain extra yards if you try to do that. You need to kind of step up and just make good tackles.
Seaver Syke in the gun. Gates motion. Godwin, it's thirst man through, but it's Gates up the middle off left tackle, and he's going to be short of the first down. He got to maybe the 35. Coming in for some support, Carter Kester, the big 6'5", 180 tight end. So this might be their big dog package at 3rd and short.
Yep, Mills comes out. Double tight ends.
And Seversyke's going to go under center. They go Gates, second man through. He needed one, and he's still on his feet. Great run before Bo Ira makes the tackle. It'll be first down, Centennial.
Yeah, there's a good fake to Godwin there. He got up and he got tackled by 2 guys in the line of scrimmage. I thought he had the ball for a second there, the way they tackled him. But a good misdirection fake, double tight end. Good old T formation, run the ball.
It's not the Marshalltown wing T-ish offense. But that certainly had, that was a play you'd have probably seen 30 years ago out of an Ankeny team. Cahill around right side. He's got a lot of turf in front of him. 10-5 inside to the 4 before Xavier Wampa makes the tackle at the 3-yard line, saves the score for now. Huge pickup by Cahill.
Yeah, one of those freshman mistakes, Wampa on the outside there. Good athletic freshman. But he follows a receiver that cuts to the middle of the field. He kind of vacates his area, opens it up. Gates comes to the outside. That field's a lot wide open. And he's got to learn to come up there and pressure that run. Look for the run.
Severside gives it to Godwin, who's going to spin. and not get there. So Seversike, I saw him hold up a 1, thinking they'll be about a yard short.
2-yard gain, take it to the 1-yard line, stop the Southeast Polk.
Making the tackle for the Rams, Bo Ira again. Ira's been a name. You've seen a couple of Iras go through Southeast Polk. Minute 20 to go. Seversike holds it, runs it, scores it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Their first lead of the game comes at the 1:13 mark here in the third quarter.
Yeah, good drive there. Came started back on the, the 30-yard line. Took it downfield. No penalties, clean plays. Nice offensive drive. Kind of get that rhythm back, at the linemen going. They're downfield creating some key blocks.
The kick is up and good. Centennial leads 17-10 here in Ankeny.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. It's kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's Pizza.
The Rams take the ball at the 5. Still running with it, Jacob Rollballard. He'll get up to the 24-yard line. Return of about 12. A.J. Ellingson down on that sideline. What's going on, man?
Safe to say the Centennial offense has figured it out. Go back to the last drive of the first half, touchdown Jaguars. First drive of the second half, touchdown with the penalty called back. Another drive here, another touchdown. This Jaguar offense really starting to find their groove in this game.
Thank you, A.J., on the Shield sideline. And Mid-American Energy, who brings you this game. Thanks to Mid-American Energy. We're a powerful energy resource. 106. Williams gets the fake. Cole takes it, and wow! Stood up and driven backwards. Tyler Rogers. Wow. I don't think that was a hug. That was a tackle.
No, that was a very good tackle. Very good. He's probably still salivating when he saw the quarterback standing up like that. He had a good shot at him. Not that any defensive players love to do that, but that's good. He's a good form tackler. He plays a really strong safety position, and kind of keeps that from making a big gain. So, heads up play by Rogers.
35 seconds left to go, third quarter. Cole replaced to Starcevich, who was quarterback last year. Another name similar and familiar. 3 seconds, 2. They get it off at 1. They go Williams, and he is bear hugged down. Gustafson, and also that'd be big number 55, Ethan Frazier, and that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. It'll be third down when we come back. Centennial leads Southeast Polk 17-10 on CISN.TV.
Kirk Chevrolet's Power Price Truck and Crossover event featuring new 18 Silverado Double Cab LTs. Power lease, $259 per month lease. Power price, $32,490. New 18 Silverado Crew Cabs. Power lease, $429 per month lease. Power price, $36,490. Over 170 Traverse, Equinox, and Trax available. With 12 going on 13 years of year-over-year sales records, Schottenkirk knows how to sell Chevys. Schottenkirk Chevy, Waukee. Chevy, find new roads. WaukeeChevy.com.
You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community. You want.
Centennial didn't take their first lead of the game until 1:13 to go in the third quarter. They lead 17-10 as we start quarter number 4 from Ankeny Stadium at Northview Middle School in Ankeny. I'm Paul Yeager, Tim Hauber here, AJ Ellingson. Jimmy and Jennifer bringing you the pictures, the sights, the sounds, and all those advertisers that are making this possible. Support them. Tell them, hey, you know what? I like this whole streaming thing. It's kind of fun. Thank you for supporting it, and thank you for watching it. Third down, big play for Southeast Polk if they want to keep in this football game. Momentum's huge. Cole has time, throws downfield, got a receiver way behind, and it's off the fingertips. He was wide open. Isaiah Wagner got behind the cornerback. That would have been a play of about 40 yards, maybe more, if there was just a tiny bit more lift on that ball.
A little more air. That was good read by the quarterback. He had plenty of time, went back there. He got a release. Yeah, that was a potential big play that they just missed off the fingertips there.
Rams are going to line up to punt the ball from Matt West. Back to receive. Avery Gates stands at his 40. Kick is nearly blocked. Rushed punt. Takes for a moment, Centennial bounce and then a Ram bounce to the 47-yard line, which is where they'll start, AJ. Let's see. So you're making the move from one side to the other. What'd you see on that drive?
Well, the field position and the momentum of this game has significantly switched to Centennial's side. One thing I was interested to see here in the second half, how the Jaguars would respond to playing in close games. They've only been in one game this season, decided by less than 20 points. So we're seeing a new side of what they can do tonight.
Thank you, AJ. On our Shields sideline report. Gates gets it and then is ripped down. Tell you what, we have called the name of Jacob Robillard a lot tonight. He makes the tackle there after a gain of 1.
Yeah, way to come up there and good strong play by him.
Valley starting to put a little distance between them and the Jayhawks. Now 35-10 in the third quarter. Waukee 21-6 over Des Moines East. Here it's 17-10. Centennial, they do have the football going right to left in black. Godwin the fake. They go second man through Gates. Oh, that's Cahill. Blink and you miss Cahill. Gain of 15 inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. That was a nice run.
Very nice run. Picked up a big first down there. Godwin was running loose. They're getting a lot of a good head of steam. I think they're not going to – I'd be surprised if they pass much here because the line's really firing off. That offensive line is blocking 5 yards downfield. That's kind of what you want to see. Those running backs are coming through, picking up full head of steam. They're not getting tackled. They're not getting ankle tackle at all.
10:40 to play. Seversyke. Godwin still running inside the 30.
Godwin off the left side.
Tackle for the Rams, T.J. Armstrong. And now you're starting to see the Rams move just a little bit slower, Tim.
I saw Pruser out there, Morris out there, the center and guard kind of pulling, getting that seal out there, and they're running it. Then Godwin has kind of found his big guys, getting downfield.
And the offense for Centennial hadn't been on the field that much this game.
Should be fresh.
They should be. Godwin, though, is going to be close to the first down. They're going to stop the clock. He must be close enough, and I think he gets it. I'll give him 2 to the 26. I've got him for 12 carries, 85 yards. He's having a nice game. Gates is not an everyday back. Every ball, Godwin is. Nope. Cahill more. It's Gates, it's that, I forgot about that number 2.
Yeah, he's the one that breaks your back. Godwin sets the table.
Godwin again. He'll get left side, and then that's a good stop. Zach Strickland. And I got to give a block call out. Zach Mills was able to get Gabe at least a yard on that play.
That's unsung blocks. When you're tight end, your receivers are out there getting blocks on there. That's going to spring it because they create those alleys that those running backs can find to pick up the big yards.
Second down for Centennial. Cahill in motion, keeps, is Seversyke, and he'll get inside the 20. TJ Armstrong, the tackle.
With a few carries for Seversyke, kind of runs it out there. Had Cahill on the fake, it kind of opens up and everything opens up in front of him. The defense kind of spreads out, those gaps start showing. Yeah, nice little pickup, nice little 6-yard pickup.
Third down, but it certainly feels like the momentum is on the side of Centennial right now. Godwin gets in, and then no. They're going to say he's close. Darius Taylor was trying to prevent that first down, as was Jacob Robillard. They're going to say he's short. 4th and a yard.
And it's going to be a short yard.
They don't even measure. So I'm guessing the big boys come in. Yep, here comes Carter Kester. 7:50 to play. This is on the Centennial side of the field. They're stacked up over center. Seversyke keeps and gets. How do you stop a quarterback sneak?
You really need your defensive lineman, to pinch down between that center guard gap. You have to almost undermine them, submarine them, so they don't get out. You have to get off the ball, but it's awful hard. This line is big. Defense gets tired. These guys kind of start standing up a little bit. Especially with a good-sized offensive line, as good as Centennial's is, it's awful hard to stop. It looks like you are stopping them for only like 1 or 2 yards, but they're still getting enough forward push. Double tight end set again. T formation, same as they had on that 4th down play.
Hard snap count. They go Godwin up the middle.
On the carry, number 32, Gabe Godwin.
Up to the 10. Gain of 5.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Fans are just not making a ton of noise tonight. I wanted to make sure I could still hear them. I think the Jags are close to giving them something to cheer about here. 2nd and 5, 6:38 to go in the game. Seversyke under center. Gates tripped up. Tackle made by Eli Reed. Gates got 4.
Good hard tackle there. To bring up a 3rd down. Centennial's happy with this drive. They don't mind the 3rd down plays, 4th down plays, because that clock just keeps moving. They don't go out of bounds. You're keeping the ball between the hash. They're kind of getting a drive. They got momentum going on here. So just kind of keep the same formation, full backfield, double tight end set.
Seversyke. Godwin, left side still churning inside the 5. But it'll be short. Tanner Van Elsen, the 6'2" senior defensive lineman. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2. 5:40, clock moving. Opportunity for Centennial to go up 2 scores here. I'm going to go a wild step out here and say it's the T formation. Godwin under center towards the middle, close. I think he's short. Into the end zone, touchdown.
Well, the officials saw 2 different things. The one on the far side had a touchdown. Would have this side had about half a yard short.
I was looking at the near side guy, Tim.
You only need one to signal.
And that's the 17th carry of the game for Gabe Godvin. He's got 99 yards unofficially. At 5:18, the 2-yard touchdown run. Gabe on the season, as the extra point is good, it's 24-10 Centennial.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
There's really only one steak place that has the best steak. The most tender, most flavorful, mouth-watering steak. A place that makes the choice to serve you the best choice. Because we believe there really is no other choice. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Premium, hand-selected, 100% natural beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Because our choice is your best choice.
Lincoln Banyas' kick is over the head of the return man, into the end zone, onto the track. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. A.J. Ellingson at 5:18 to go. I would imagine there's a few more smiles and maybe a little easier breathing on your side.
Well, think about how opposite these two halves have been. In the first half, Southeast Polk controlled the ball the entire time, played it just exactly the way they want it. Second half, it's all Centennial. It feels like Southeast Polk hasn't had the ball, and you're right. There are smiles, and you can kind of tell the fans think that this one's in the bag. A couple of them heading to the exits right now.
It's homecoming. They got stuff to do tonight and tomorrow night before the dance. Thank you, AJ, for that Shield Sideline Report. And this game brought to you by the fine folks at Mid-American Energy. Now a lot of passing. Screen. Caught, and forward movement by Dylan Travis. Gets about, I'll say 7.
7 yards.
8.
Going to see the hurry-up offense here by Southeast Polk.
Williams, not much to go, but he does get the first down across the 30. So they'll stop the clock momentarily at 4:48, and Southeast Polk in a 2-minute offense here in the final 4:48. They got to get 2 touchdowns and in a hurry.
The whole idea is to get it within 1 score. Then you have the chance at the onside kick. So what you want to do is get into a 1-score game. That's their goal.
I have to call Dar Danielson on how to call a onside kick. He had one of those earlier this year. Catch made out in the far sideline. That's Isaiah Wagner. And what I mean by that, it was Waukee and Valley a couple of weeks ago, and it was an onside kick recovered by Valley. And then Valley goes and scores in the last seconds of that game to win. Tonight, his game not quite as close, but it's early. It's early. I hate to jinx Dar because he always finds a way to make his game close. Gavin Williams gets 5. He's now over the 100-yard mark with 104. Southeast Polk lost in the final seconds, the last play of the game against Fort Dodge last week. Cole looks down the middle, flushed, throws it way downfield. Keaton Gray is going to pick it off at the 25. Gray up to the 40. He's got some blockers cross midfield. He's all the way to the 35-yard line, but we have a down Jaguar at the 40. No penalty, but we have a down Jag, and I think that might be Kyle Gustafson. A.J. Ellingson, can you shed any light if that's 8 that's down?
Not right now. It looks like they're working on a right left leg of the injured player.
Yeah, it is 8. It is 8. It's Gustafson, yep.
His right leg.
But that was quite a pickoff there right in front of you.
It was right in front of me. It was a play where the defender was playing the ball, and the wide receiver kept running. You could see the pressure was in the face, and did everything he could just to get the ball down the field and try to make anything happen. But Centennial has the momentum and all of it at this point.
While the Jags attend to their downed player, we'll step away for a moment here on CISN.TV.
Hey everyone, this is Dan Holm with Yankee Fanatic. Be sure to check out our website this fall for the best local high school sports coverage around. Whether you're a Hawk or a Jaguar, we'll be covering everything from cross country, man that dude is fast, to volleyball and everything in between. Well hey Kenna, welcome back. You don't want to miss any of the hard-hitting action. Come visit us at AnthonyFanatic.com.
Kyle Gustafson goes off the field on his own power after getting helped up from the turf. Keaton Gray's interception is returned to the 34, and that's where the Jags will start. 3:49 now, no pressure on Centennial. Gates the fake, Godwin the get. He's inside the 30.
Yeah, sturdy head blocking there between Prusder, Peterson on that. They're lined up on the right side, creating a big hole. Go up there, easy 6-yard gain. For Cahill. This is where they got. I think the boys are all lathered up. What do you think? The offensive line is all ready to go, and they're feeling it. They're warmed up. They love. It's 45 degrees outside. This is perfect.
If anybody has sleeves, they've taken them off. They're so warmed up by now. 2nd and 4, 3:11. Gates, right side. He's got a race to the edge. 5, touchdown! Avery Gates, 28 yards for the score.
Does it again.
Great blocking by the right side. And you'll take the extra point. Number 45,
Avery Gates makes it look easy. He was coming on motion, and he did he went behind, he didn't keep going, he just took a hard left turn like it was the second man through on a fullback, tailback dive play. Knief to attempt the extra point. The kick is up and good. 3:01 remains, Jags in control.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing. 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
The kickoff is allowed to roll into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams will take it out at their own 20. All right, AJ, I don't know how you top that drive. That was pretty quick, pretty easy.
Well, think about this game. The Centennial Jaguars were 4th and 8, bomb away from going down by 7 at halftime. People are going to look at this final score in the paper tomorrow and think, well, this was just another Centennial blowout win. They're up by 21. Not even close to the case until the last 15 minutes or so of this game.
Second half, night and day, as AJ said earlier, Tim.
Yep, he was. It was the big play right before half. They had that 10-7, 10-3 lead. And the defense kind of just got back on their heels a little bit.
And Centennial's just been able to get the offense of Southeast Polk off the field. Cole's going to keep it, go right up the gut, run over the headlight. The back judge. I think everybody's going to help him out. Gain of 11.
Does he get the tackle?
I think he does.
Yeah, I think he gets assist on that tackle. Not very good form, though. I think he's got to kind of turn his hips a little bit. He kind of have a little bit better, foundation for that tackle.
2:52. Clock moving. Cole flushed. Throws. Caught.
Nice.
That's Dylan Travis, and that's enough for a first down, up to the 47.
Be good for this offense. I think Southeast Polk, they've had a tough season, but I think if they can move down this field on this defense, they get a score. They got 2:41. They still got their 3 timeouts left to kind of do something positive to kind of see that they can move the ball in the air.
Cole looks to his left. Clock ticking. He's going to tuck and get out of bounds at the 45. He'll pick up about 8. So the Rams, after tonight, will go to Sioux City West. That'll be Thursday night. Then they host Marshalltown and Roosevelt to end the year. The Jags will go to Fort Dodge and then Roosevelt before finishing with Sioux City West. Hard to believe we're towards the back half of the season already.
We're in the 6th game of the season already. It's hard to believe.
And you haven't left yet. I'm surprised. No. Oh, incomplete. Man, just through the hands of Jackson Snyder. First time he's been thrown at tonight. 2:21 now left to go in this game.
Cole's played a nice game. He's a heads-up quarterback. He's not a small guy at 6'2", kind of runs well, passes well. He's got a nice zip on the ball. He's had some time. They've given him time to throw, so he's had some chance to look downfield. Except that, Centennial now is playing prevent.
Middle of the field is open. They go Williams to that left side, which was not open, but it's close to the first down. I'm going to give Williams 3 on that play.
Which does create the first down. He has picked up on those short yardage plays. He's able to get that 3 to 4 yards to get the first down and keep the chains moving.
2:10. Clock now back to operating. Cole throws the out pattern, nearly intercepted. That was a Superman-like play.
Was that Prisner again?
Corey Prongi.
Yep.
He absolutely laid out for that one. It's a nice play.
He's played a nice game. Played on the corner there. Keeps everything on the inside.
Valley now rolling 42-10. Pat Curtis and our old buddy Keith Borness on the call there. Cole rolls. He delivers one hit. I think 2 Jags hit each other, and Cole delivered one too. There's a lot of contact there. Hear the pads crack up here, and now it's getting a little quieter out there in the stands, Jimmy. They're starting to vacate on us. Crowd's starting to make their way out on this homecoming night. $1:38 to go. Cole. Good pressure coming by Centennial. Escapes one, throwing off his back foot and out of bounds. Over A.J. Ellingson's head, incomplete. A.J., could you have caught that one, or was that a little too tall?
A little too tall. My all-time career catch mark as a high school football player remains at 0.
Okay. All right.
That might have been as close as I've ever been to catching one, though.
We need to help A.J. out on a post-game interview here, Tim. I'm kind of thinking it might be the night where we finally talk with either maybe a Dylan D'Angelo or maybe a Godwin had a nice game.
Godwin had a nice game. I always, we got to find a defensive guy we can talk to.
We do.
That's my thing. I think the guys that were out there, these guys that put the inside. Guys I've looked at, Cooper we called a lot tonight. Defensive tackle. He's had a big game.
Big number 35,
yep.
Jaden Cooper.
And then Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, I was thinking Tyler Rogers.
He patrolled the neighborhood quite well tonight. I thought he did a nice job. Great form tackle. He's a solid player. So if I was going to do a vote for a defensive player, I'd say Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers, number 11. Yeah, that's probably a good pick. So number 11, AJ.
It's a sign of a good defense when you're trying to find a player of the defense and you name every single player.
All right, so AJ will try to track down Tyler, and then maybe
You know, it's so easy to go with Gates, but, you know, Godwin,
yeah.
You know, he's, like I said, he sets the table. He does all the dirty work.
He did tonight, that's for certain. And
he's probably not even tired.
He's probably not. Jags take over on downs. That was a turnover as Southeast Polk was unable to convert on fourth down. I forgot to tell you that. And let's see. Keaton Gray running the offense now. Keaton doesn't, that's the thing with Keaton, he doesn't get to take much of a break because he plays offense and then second string defense. He'll run back in here for what'll be one of the last plays of the game, 31-10. So yeah, AJ, as they're going through the line, just kind of say, hey, I'd like 11 and just grab him. What am I telling? This guy was a reporter for 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't need to. He knows how to do it.
He's right here. Can I just do it now?
Not quite. I might get in a little bit of trouble
I think
there.
the coach would frown on that.
This isn't Fox. I tell you, AJ. This is not where we can interview. This isn't the Pro Bowl where we interview the player halfway through where he's playing center field, and that's going to be the last play of the game.
Now, if we had Aaron Andrews down there, we probably would be okay. Yeah, then it would be all right to do it.
AJ's a good-looking guy and all.
Yeah.
But that's how this one's going to end. 31-10. Jags improved to 6-0. Southeast Polk falls to 1-5 on the season. Hard to get many style points, but man, the Rams played tough in the first half. Just couldn't put it together in the second half. Centennial with the 31-10 win here on Homecoming. Our halftime show was, half an hour ago. Now it's time for the post-game show. When we come back, this is high school football. You are watching CISN.TV.
Schottenkirk Chevrolet's Power Price Truck and Crossover event featuring new 18 Silverado Double Cab LTs. Power lease, $259 per month lease. Power price, $32,490. New 18 Silverado Crew Cabs. Power lease, $429 per month lease. Power price, $36,490. Over 170 Traverse, Equinox, and Trax available. With 12 going on 13 years of year-over-year sales records, Schottenkirk knows how to sell Chevys. Schottenkirk Chevy, Waukee. Chevy, find new roads. WaukeeChevy.com.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing. 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
31-10, Centennial wins tonight over Southeast Polk. Paul Yeager, Tim Halber here, and the post-game show. And this is something, Tim, that at halftime, this was a different ball game.
Yeah,
you had a different feeling than you did right now if you're a Centennial fan.
17-minute to 5-minute differential on time, and Southeast Polk did a great job, except right before the half, they kind of let that drive. They got a penalty, let Centennial back in the game, made it a 10-10 game, and then the offensive line, the experience, the misdirection, they really kind of have a fine-tuned running game that took over and controlled the line of scrimmage, and then just took control of the second half.
And that is exactly what happened. And A.J. Ellingson is down on the sideline, and I see he has his interview subject in line. And let's go down to A.J.
All right, guys, I'm with Tyler Rogers. Tyler, this second half, man, you guys were dominant. What clicked?
We kind of came out to a slow start. And at halftime, we really wanted to make it a focus that we're going to come out and, hit him in the mouth and be tough and just do what our defense does best and just play hard and hit hard.
You're 6-0 now. What's your favorite part about this team?
we don't stop. You know, they're a great group of guys to be around. They're really fun, and at practice we're always trying to stay focused. And when it comes to game time, we all got each other's backs.
How tough was it stopping their offense? They got a couple of guys that can make players miss. They take a couple of them to bring down. But in the second half, it was a team effort. There was really nothing doing.
You know, they're tough. They're physical. They got a great offense. Their O-line is great, and we just wanted to be more physical in the second half, and we had to fit our gaps and stuff like that.
I want to turn the page 1 week. You got a tough road trip coming up. What do you need to do between now and next Friday?
We got to focus. DB's got to get better. Fort Dodge loves to pass, so we got to bring it, and we can't come out on a slow start.
I appreciate your time. Enjoy your homecoming.
Thank you very much.
Back to you guys.
AJ, thank you so very much. And he is done from the field. Fantastic job. We'll allow him to thaw himself out and make his way back up here. A little cooler out there tonight.
And the rain stopped. You know, that's no fun. You know, we're in here where it's dry, and you know we haven't had a real wet game. But yeah, Rogers is right. Next week, Fort Dodge, they got to play. Their quarterback's really kind of outstanding. So they're going to have a test for them next week. You know, preventing the pass play.
Now, unofficially, I have Gavin Williams, 23 carries for 107 yards, and Josiah Cole had 15 carries for 80 yards. Second leading rusher. That's a nice night for him. For Centennial, it was all Gabe Godvin. 18 carries, 105 yards. Avery Gates tonight, 9 carries for 88. And let's not forget Trevor Cahill. Cahill, not a bad game either. He had 7 carries, 76 yards. It's that three-headed monster of running that is really hard for a team to defend.
You know, when you have like a one-back offense like Southeast Polk has, you can key on a major running back. You can get 2 guys on there. You can shadow, you can corner them in. With Southeast Polk, you know, when they're misdirection, they kind of run it from the slot. They kind of cross pass like that. Everybody's got to keep their gaps. You really have a lot of one-on-one assignments, and if you miss that tackle, if a lineman gets a block on you, these guys are springing to getting 5 and 6 yards downfield, or if in Gates' case, 35 yards.
Yeah, you know, he had actually 2 carries tonight that were negative yards, which is almost unheard of for him on his season. He had a gain of 47 and a gain of 28. Otherwise, it was all just your garden variety 9, 3, and 2.
Yep. Yeah, he's outstanding. He has a nice cut. He doesn't run outside the end a lot as much as he runs outside, sets up his block, and cuts it inside the tackle or the tight end, whoever's blocking out there, and picks up again. And he's gone. You know, it's a hard guy. If you're not up there on him, he'll juke, and he's in the end zone.
All right, our score here, 31-10. Centennial wins. Checking the Waukee game, it's the Warriors 27, Des Moines East 12. Valley still in control. They're now having a running clock over Urbandale, 49-10. Next week we have Ankeny back at home. It's been a couple of weeks since we've seen Rick Nelson's crew. In fact, I haven't even looked at what their score is. I've been so wrapped up in this game. We've actually had to focus on the game tonight.
It was a good game. It was exciting. The clock was running 2 good teams. I thought Southeast Polk did a good job. They really didn't kill themselves with turning the ball over, but they had a couple key penalties that kept some drives alive. In a couple key stops, they're close. They're a tough out. Very physical team, but Centennial kind of showed why they're 6-0 and kind of showed why they're ranked number 1.
Well, and I go by using the power rankings from BC Moore. They had Centennial, Dowling, Valley, Cedar Falls, Waukee, West, Bettendorf in their top 7. Centennial, you know, that Dowling with those 2 losses at number 2, I still think nobody wants to play them in the postseason.
No.
And this was a good test for Ankeny Centennial tonight for a couple of reasons. We talked about it in the broadcast, Tim. Yep. How they had to face adversity and they had to come from behind. That's something that in November you got to remember how that happens, because you're not always going to roll 49-7.
No, they kind of get in there. You know, they had their first field goal. They had that chance. He had a short field. They got in there, got a 4th down, went out there, tried it, made it. That's a lot of confidence for their kicker. They scored right before half. That's a killer. And they came out, and then, like AJ was saying, you know, they had really 4 straight series, you know, starting with the end of the first half where they scored. You know, so they kind of got things figured out, and I think that's what a good coaching staff does. They figure things out, make adjustments, and then they dominate.
That is a major difference between teams that play on at the Unidome and those that watch games at the Unidome. We'll be back next week at 6:45 for our pregame show. Kickoff 7 o'clock for the Ankeny Hawks here on CISN. We thank you for watching. My thanks to Jennifer and to Jimmy and AJ filling in tonight for Tim.
Good job.
I'm Paul. Thank you so very much for watching. Again, your final score tonight, Centennial improves 6-0 on the season with a 31-10 win tonight on homecoming. Good night from Ankeny.
Hey everyone, this is Dan Holm with Ankeny Fanatic. Be sure to check out our website this fall for the best local high school sports coverage around. Whether you're a Hawk or a Jaguar, we'll be covering everything from cross country, man that dude is fast, to volleyball and everything in between. Well hey Kenna, welcome back. You don't want to miss any of the hard-hitting action. Come visit us at AnkenyFanatic.com.